what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what, yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, no the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944.
Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame.
Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame.
Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing. And we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger watch you.
When I've always displayed my love for Peter Obi, you think I am being superficial or I am being nepotistic or just being biased. There are reasons why one takes a liking into somebody. Now, Peter Obi in one interview said that he wouldn't mind suggesting the unaliving sentence for criminals who loot the economy's wealth, or jail term for a minimum of 10 years. Tell me which of your favorite politician will say that. Your Tinubu, I am imagining Tinubu saying that I will want people who loot the country to be sentenced to unalive. I don't see them doing that. Look, if you are hating Peter Obi, it's because you are a criminal. You are either a tribal bigot, somebody who hates Nigeria, somebody who is criminally minded, or somebody who is mischief at birth. Otherwise, how would you hate somebody who everything that comes out of him are positive things? He doesn't abuse anybody. He doesn't call people's name. He is the only one that has been EFCC attacks him, Yoruba attacks him, APC attacks him, Ren Omokri attacks him, which of this person, what's his name? Shore attacks him. Everybody attacks him, but he attacks only the government. He never exchange. Soludo attacks him. You never see Peter Obi exchanging words with any individual. All he does is that I am a trader. He's not poor, but he's doing well. So, a man who disdains corruption to the extent of suggesting unaliving for people caught looting the economy's world, what type of man do you think that man is? Is he a man you should hate, or is he a man you should be hating? Truly, I see that the people who have perpetuated our political sufferings are those who have imbibed in themselves this deep, profound hatred on the basis of tribe and on the basis of religion. Take that away from your mind, you will see clearly that Peter Obi is the right man that should rule this country. Don't say that what has Peter Obi done in Anambra? Anambra State is not Lagos. Lagos was a state that was collectively developed by the rest of the state because it was once a capital, just like Abuja now, that all the money gathered from all the country, a portion of it is used to develop Abuja. Then somebody comes to become governor, you said, somebody comes and becomes a governor, you said he developed Lagos. From where now? How now? Remember First Act 77, all those bridges. In fact, I have come to the conclusion that the real problem we have in this country are not the politicians, but these tribal and religious bigots that have refused to see the problems of Nigeria from a clear, settled lens, rather from their myopic tribalism and religious bigotry. If we continue to do that, then let the season of bad leadership continues. My name is Magnus Soraka. Please follow this page and share this post now.
About to being a vice to Atiku. You're already moving backward. Oh. You're already moving backward. Okay, so is it a joke, or I wonder how a reputable newspaper like Punch could have carried that kind of story that don't have a good substance on it. You know, I looked at it a little bit. It appears that people from ADC camp, ADC has a very small party which has a lot of troubles more than itself, because the leadership, most leadership, I mean, you can go back to read that. That's not the focus now. If we think that Nigerians will support to be who is the most attractive candidate today to challenge Asiwaju, you know, to now want to be a vice to Atiku that cannot galvanize any base. Tell me the state that Atiku can galvanize their voter. Tell me the state that if he wins the state, the next person will not be a close second. We're not talking about a state that Atiku can win maybe 56%, then the next person is 50%.
Do you even know that right now he's not in good communication or relationship with the governor of his own state? That's Adamawa State.
Well, it's possible. I don't have that detail.
Oh yes, I can tell you categorically they've not been in good terms. Now, Obi, Atiku, who is on a more higher scale than to winning an election, then Obi will now subject himself to be. He didn't do that the last time, right? He had the opportunity. Then he would now, with all the flavors and everything he's gotten, he will now come and be vice to Atiku. It was a joke taken too far.
Well, it's a good way to start the week, jokingly. When I read the editorial, I was taken aback until I saw Yahusi's comment, Tanko's comment.
Yeah.
I said, this is not on the plate. There's no discussion about this. But there's no way Obi would have committed himself to this without him knowing. So that gave me a lot of comfort, because that would have been self-destruct for Obi. He would have lost his base. Because for me, I said, Atiku has a right to contest. We can't take that away from him. But what we're saying, at this stage of his life, I think he should be a statesman. If he really loves Nigeria, that's my take. He has a right to contest, as I said today. If he really loves Nigeria, he should try to galvanize these younger ones that can put their resources together, put their ideas together to move this country forward. Their time has passed. They have their own period. They've served. So trying to be on the tickets, I don't think it's going to go away for Nigeria. And again, he has lost his clout. Atiku of under Obasanjo, Atiku of today cannot even win his state. If Obi is on the ballot against Atiku, let's move actually. If this one is between Obi and Atiku, I can tell you for free, Atiku might not go up to 20% of the votes. Nigerian youth now want to vote integrity. Nigerian want somebody that will change this country. Atiku is part of that old block that's brought us to where we are. Let's not forget that. Yeah, he's part of that old block. Somebody that your principal say so much negative about you. You can't use that away. He should sit back, galvanize these guys. I mean, for me, I think he should be in that coalition. He should be, but he shouldn't be the one wanting to be on that ticket. If he's there for his selfish interest, I don't think it's going to go well for this country.
Okay. For one of the thing about that report or that story is the fact that, of course, the Obidient, Yunus Atanko said, I don't know of any arrangement like that. But beyond that also, the people from Atiku's camp said they won't be able to speak about it. So on both camps, there's no credibility of that story. Now, the people that wrote that story also try to magnify.
Let's really focus on the possibility.
Yes.
Let's just assume they wrote on possibility. There's nothing wrong with Atiku being on a coalition. As a matter of fact, it's actually more patriotic for him to be part of a coalition rather than sit back and watch Nigeria that he doesn't want, continue to unfold. And you see, I want us to take our mind backward on sincerity of Atiku. Should this be a possibility at all? There were meetings between,
Atiku and
Obi, so you don't know what they discussed. So if this being a possibility at all, remember Wike said Atiku was not sincere when he was talking about presidency being zoned to Southeast as a requirement for him to not run. Now it is very clear, very, very clear that Obi against all odds stood against the mountain of 2023 and ran against Atiku and Asiwaju. Obi can't move backward. Even what was reported, Obi said, let me talk to my loyalists. It's just an exit route.
But there was no even credibility to that story.
Let's just say possibility.
Yes.
So that's an exit route.
Yes.
You understand? So Atiku still not one. The only coalition, I said it, the only coalition Atiku will champion that will work is the one himself will not be a candidate. That is the only one. Atiku doesn't have that base. He's looking at exigencies of, at the end of the day, Obi not taking up the coalition that is being put together by Rufai. And maybe it's okay, we can't throw this coalition of the North. We are together. That is why I'm encouraging Obi, for as long as the ticket requires him to be the presidential candidate, Obi should take it. Whether that ticket is being put together by anybody, provided the person is a Nigerian, do you understand? Obi should take up that ticket. But Obi being a vice to Atiku, they are not going to win any election. Like he said, if there is an election drawn today between Obi and Atiku, Obi will flog Atiku hands down like pieces, almost in all the states of the federation, even in his own state, even in Adamawa.
Okay, so the writers of the stories doesn't have. I said it just now. They don't have credibility because they said it's from anonymous, and most of the time we don't treat anonymous like
a real story.
Yeah, but from both camps, they told us we don't have information about that. We can't speak on it right now. Those kind of stories. Do you think that ADC was being given a lot of credibility?
As if it's from ADC.
Yeah, I think it's from ADC.
Because ADC itself as a crisis that they are even not a party in Nigeria.
In fact, the SDP that everybody is looking at, galvanizing at, they discredited SDP. So what was their purpose? People should come to ADC?
Yeah.
What is ADC? What is ADC? You see, okay.
No, what they do is, Tomio, I think they're playing politics. They want people to notice them. So what the best way of doing it is trying to abuse them and take them into it. They want to be mentioned, they want to be in conversation about this political era. And again, I want to move a little bit back. See, the worst thing that can happen now is to give Atiku ticket. Why? South need to complete the 8 years. Let's not forget that. See, the way Nigeria is structured now, every region takes a turn. Not taking a turn. Any candidate that is coming up from the north, it will be high set for the southerners. Because they're taking a turn. So the best bet should allow the start to complete a turn. That's why I took it's a hard sell. Not as a person is bad, but it's a hard sell based on these facts.
Okay, for it's a strange thing to me of recent that not complete your 8 years. Start complete your 8 years. But Jonathan didn't complete his 8 years.
Because Yaradua didn't also complete his 8 years. That of Jonathan was, we don't want to move backward, like you said. And as a matter of fact, PDP still hold him in their procedures. Because
conscience.
You invest in your conscience at the end of the day.
Conscience,
you understand? It's a simple thing. Atiku is not on the table now. He is not on the table. The only thing that can bring him on the table is Obi is not wise. I've said it times without number. If Obi is not wise, he's offered something on the platter and he's not wise. Because when he surrounds himself with emotional people who can't win their polling unit, emotional people who can't win their state, by saying, oh, this one is from hell, this one is from heaven. We are all human beings. We have our good part, we have our bad part. If you can't use my good to characterize me, why use my bad to characterize me? And that is even my bad based on your own record, not that I'm convicted.
On your own purview.
On your own purview.
Well, do you think Obi, in your last word, do you think he's delaying in choosing or in entering into a coalition, or you think that the steps he's taking right now to make sure that the obedience are well enumerated is better?
No, he's doing it. I think he's being smart about it. He's trying to galvanize his base, keep them under check, at least hold them to go into the bargain. But any coalition that will bring another, let's zero it down on Atiku. To lead that coalition might not work.
Do you think Obi is delaying?
Well, not necessarily delaying. Let's give it to all of them. They are all playing politics, buying time. It's just that they started too early because they felt this government is not doing well.
But this government started also very early.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody started playing the politics because if this government should concentrate on governance in the next 2 years, forget about what this opposition, Obi and Co are doing, Obidient. I mean,
that's their work as opposition.
Their work as opposition. They are just buying time, all of them.
Okay, we'll be looking at how Obi will now become a vice president according to Punch.
Yes.
We'll just be looking at it and see. We'll be right back on this inside.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Happy New Week to every one of you. To this Monday, 19th May, 2025. Since morning, it's been a huge headline left to right. That Peter Obi is set to be a vice, according to Punch, a vice to Atiku. A lot of people, a lot of medias have been talking about this. Everybody have been, I actually made a video about it earlier on this morning. As you can see right there, now Punch now released this one, 19th May, which is a very long one, They talk about the history of their life there, So a lot of medias have talked about this. Even Peter Obi camp have responded to it as well, which is a good thing. We are going to be taking all of them together right now. My earlier video, although I'm going to be recapitulating back on that particular video so that you can hear the plight of other people and part of my own submission. Then we'll take it from there. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate every one of you. Mother of all mommy diaspora, good evening to you, mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do. Happy New Week to you. Abu Azi, thank you very much. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you so much. Everyone right there. Madastella, Masaredo, Tonya, Tom, thank you very much. Emmanuel Shugs. God bless you all. I appreciate you all, guys. Just press on the like button, help us to share. Debsy, I can see you right there in the building as well. Kislegera, hey, Mike Akambare, Dewale, James Babayala. It's good to hear from you. So, Upright TV is right there with us today as well. Thank you very much, my people. Peggy Modi, and many, many, many more. God bless you now. I would like us to just move on because we have a couple of videos to play concerning this particular headline. But meanwhile, let's quickly recapitulate back to the video that I showcased earlier on. Hear what the people have to say.
Nigeria, as we speak, I'm talking about Gregory, Peter Obi, offering him vice president role. Don't you think the Obidient will see it as a sellout?
Mike, honestly, I keep on saying it that we get to the level that where Bola Ahmed Tinubu is already sitting, waiting for them to shut them down completely. Now that will be end of whatever they are planning. At the end of the day, they don't put their house in order. I told you that competing ambition is going to be an issue at the end of the day. But let me just believe that the Atiku camp, not Atiku camp, his loyalists and some of his followers, I wanted to test the waters, how Nigerians will react to this news. This is a meeting. This is a meeting that took place early this year, January, somewhere in UK. Maybe they wanted to know what is the opinion, how Nigerians will react to this, so that they'll be able to balance whatever thing they are going to do, behind the scene. But the fact is this, at this point, Obi remains the face of opposition currently now, anywhere, any day. And based on what is happening currently now, the South still retain the position of the presidency, whether Obi or whoever. It is the turn of the South, and that is the campaign ongoing in the North. If they are going to fracture this, then it means that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to have a walkover come 2027. But no matter what happens, we have not seen the coalition yet. They have not finalized on the coalition. But I can tell you, that majority of PDP, there's news that broke out a few days ago, according to one analyst that said that the reason why people are leaving PDP currently now is because of Atiku's ambition, especially people from the southern part of the country. So and when you look at that news, there's a lot of a takeaway from that news. But as it stands now, like Abamoro, let me quote Abamoro. I think Abamoro was former minister or whatever. I think it was government appointed interior. Yeah. Then he said it very clearly about 2 days ago that please, Mr. Atiku, we know you, we know your capacity. Please, can you just be at the background for us? So if such people can be, this guy from Benue too said the same thing. A lot of Nigerians have been saying it. The Northern Elderson has been saying it. Erofai also mentioned it. That the North does not have political interest. What they are seeking for is a competent hand from the South that will replace Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's the calculation. But if Atiku is teaming for Obi to become his vice president, I think January is a long time ago. I think there are a lot of things. But what I thought, from what we are seeing online, the reaction coming from online, 70% of people who reacted to this news this morning condemn Atiku to go and sit down, rest. That's what they are saying. That's what everybody is saying there. And you can see, I think this kind of reaction can go a long way to mold the opinion, mold their directions, and work out modalities that will see Atiku at the background. And forget the romance, the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, has repeatedly said it, that Obi is the next person. No, he was not even mentioning Atiku. So I don't know why Atiku's come want to test the waters. Maybe they have gotten exactly what they want.
Obi has not really spoken about this issue. We don't know his stand on his position on this issue as we speak. But the question I want to ask now is, if Atiku eventually becomes the president in 2027, if he wins the election, what guarantee exists that he will hand over after 4 years to Obi?
Let me start from where you start that you don't know maybe Obi will accept or not. From my own reading here, if Obi accept that one, that is a political suicide, because automatically people will see him as somebody that is too desperate. In 2023, first of all, the people of Southeast, they say nobody should come and bring this lot of vice president to us, because anybody that is fried is living in another man's dream. You will always remain where they put you, no matter how you think, how influential you are. If Mr. President don't give you chance, you will be jobless. You will be jobless. Don't you see how this man is crying? Shettima is crying that Tinubu has taken over my job. The only job that left for Shettima now is to pay condolence visit to people and to go and sit down in one wedding or the other. Tell me one cogent role that they give Shettima. When Osibajo was there, If not because God just give Osinbajo a window to express himself when Buhari travel, Osinbajo was reduced to somebody that was sharing money inside market. A professor of law, Professor Emeritus, he was sharing money to market women. That's what they reduced Osinbajo to. So, if Obi think he want to go in that line, it will not work because they will also fail. Obi will disappoint millions of Nigeria if he go for a vice president, somebody that has, scored a 6 million vote in the last election. Now, because you are desperate to become president, they now give you, and you now run to it, and you want to trust Atiku. Atiku will die there. If Atiku, automatically become the president in 2027, you cannot say it's your turn. He will spend 8 years. This Atiku that will say A in the morning and change it to B in the afternoon. Somebody that condemned the death of Deborah, and because of some kick, he went to delete it. As simple as that. It's the one that you want to trust. I do 4 years, then I hand over to you.
Aren't you thinking that this strategy would work? Looking at the way they are going about it now, don't you think this could pave way for Obi to become the next president after Atiku?
Let me tell you, to be very honest.
Not looking at
bro, let me tell you, no matter how the North feel that they have the numbers, they cannot be president alone. North cannot produce the president alone without the South. That's the fact. And at this point, too, if Atiku makes such move to be real, we're just trying to look at the issue currently now because we have not seen the nature of the coalition yet, and I don't think that the Igbo leaders will allow this kind of thing to repeat itself again, especially on the side of Obi, because Obi too is not relaxing. You understand? People are wondering why Atiku is steaming all over the place, saying a lot of things. Okay, if you want coalition, then can't you for one day be selfless and know that Nigeria does not belong to you? If you want a collective, we don't have power to bring out put anybody there. You understand? But you have tested this thing all around. You have benefited so much from Nigeria as former vice president, and we know also that you also was one of the people that led the coalition that brought Jonathan's government down. That is the truth. And what the reason most of you were giving is that you calculated that Buhari, who single-handedly succeeded in getting up to 5-6 million votes, just like Obi, that just a little coalition will give him victory. And that merger, that coalition actually, brought down, with a lot of propaganda, brought down Jonathan's government. Then another that came after 8 years. You are saying you are, okay, go and sit down, Mr. Atiku. We are not kidding. This country does not belong to the Northerners. You should go and excuse us. But bros, it's not a do or die affair, agreed. But at least what is good for A is also good for B. A lot of people walked from the South to make Buhari president. It's not only the North.
And sacrifice.
I can tell you. So if the North feel that without them, then let us see how it will go. But I can tell you that 2027, no matter how they do it, power will never return back to the North. Instead, let Bola Ahmed Tinubu continue. That is my own opinion. If the coalition fail, let Bola Ahmed Tinubu continue. And if they fail to field a Southern candidate, the coalition failed to field a Southern candidate, then it's purely a walkover for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I think it's possible that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is behind the scene playing this game.
Well, that is it. All of us, we have seen that this article we are looking at is not stand alone a dog that will kill a game and they will draw him back. Like, he will not do it. If he succeeds in that coalition, he will want to be the one to benefit from it. He cannot sacrifice. Look at the sacrifice President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made in 2014 now. After the coalition, they see that, okay, it is the South that is being a president now. Now, not, it is your turn. Then he lay ambush. He was waiting until, Buhari finished. And immediately he saw that Buhari is about to finish. He ran, he shouted. He said, that it is my turn. As simple as that. Like it or leave it or like it. That is how it will happen. If Atiku also wants, Nigeria to write anything good about him, anything at all, is to sacrifice his presidency now. and support a southern candidate and work behind the scene. That is only where it can work. Obi will ride on his integrity and the support of the South. Then Atiku will perfect the rest from the North, like financial aspect of it. Atiku can spend money. I know that Atiku, if Atiku ready to do this business, they will give Tinubu a sleepless night. Atiku has money and is ready to spend it. Unlike Obi, Obi is not ready to spend his money with anybody, but Atiku is ready. That's how it works, and it's going to be a combined something, a division of labor. Everybody will know each area they want to. We are talking about democracy here, for goodness sake, and I want to see a heavy battle in 2027, not the one that we have already known the result. Like Atiku stay in one place, Obi stay in one place, then you now put Tinubu. It's just a matter of one blow, 7 die, nothing.
We have different comments in the comment section, and people are asking, even on net, that why is Atiku so desperate?
Let me tell you, if it is a desperation that will wrestle power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it's a welcome development.
If it is what again?
If it's a desperation, that will wrestle power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, consider the fact that Nigerians are not too comfortable with his policies and administration. That is okay. If they actually want to save Nigeria,
that is okay.
Yes, bro, that is okay. That is okay. No, bro, we don't want him. We don't want. No, that's what I'm saying, Mike. You know what I'm saying? See, not him. See, bro, Atiku cannot be able to tell Nigerians at this particular time that why he's struggling for a better government outside this APC is for him to become the president. That is not correct. That's not what I'm talking about. If the energy he's bringing into the coalition is to make him president, then Wike factor too, where do you place it? Wike is already asking question. Are they moving this thing to the south?
Yes, now.
We don't know his plan. We don't know whether he is going to be used to scatter whatever thing at the end of the day. So you want to know that start preparing on time. It's the same problem we had. The people that have not noticed it. When they said PDP zonal committee that was on the presidential committee, zonal committee, they brought Otomi. You see, the secondaries were there. This other guy from Ugwa, from Enugu State. They were the people that were in that committee. And they refused to do the right thing. Obi waited a very long time for them to come up, with the zoning arrangement. But at the end of the day, they gave it to Wike. That was the problem. Because the PDP, if come again, they don't pursue Wike for PDP. If they force his head, they enter because the presidency is behind him. They were asking Bola Mohammed, the Atiku state governor, why did you allow Wike in this place? Well, we don't know whether Wike is still in PDP or in APC. That's a fact. Nobody has had the courage to challenge Wike of anti-party activities till this moment. Look at the kind of way he come out publicly and was glorifying himself over a suspended, democratically elected governor of River State. So what I was saying is that, to be honest with you, the North has had their turn in the first place. That is we don't know. We know they argued that one. They have had their turn. You understand? So if they feel that this government are not okay, Bola Ahmed Tinubu saw it. A lot of people sacrifice whatever to make Buhari president. Is it not correct?
Since you oppose Obi as the terrorist, even more. Yes, so Atiku should go and rest.
Okay, go and rest. Bros, he's watching. Atiku Abubakar is watching. His aides are watching. His men are watching. His followers are watching. Even his followers are here. They are also watching. They can get back to him. They can inform him that pack away first. You understand? Let us see what will happen. Support. Look at Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria. When he saw that idea, a lot of people look at it and said yes. Supported by the late man, Ayo Adebanjo, the Afenifere leader. These are perspectives, cerebral minds. When you look at them, when they talk from the perspective of unity, recovery. How can you recover Nigeria that is in disunity and with the presence of these people everywhere? They still kill in Benue. They still kill in Plateau. They still kill in Imo State. They still kill in Imo State. They kill in Imo State. The same Fulani people.
they kill APC chairman in Ondo after ransom.
So what are we talking about? Because you do know why these people are like this, because over the time they have accumulated excessive looted Nigeria plenty and are using it to sponsor terrorism against Nigeria. So enough of this thing. Not is not is 0/0.
I'm surprised. At the same time, I am not surprised. I'm just waiting for Obi to come out, to have the guts to come out to speak to us and tell us that Obidient have decided to run under Atiku. To be honest, if you want me to shock you, if Obi finally come out to say that he's going to run under Atiku, Obi, the Peter Obi name will fall. Many of you, we are very, very emotional. We don't like the truth. We are very good in lambasting on each other, especially when we spill out the truth. But when Peter Obi finally finished thinking, consulting his loyalists, which I'm not part of, I don't know about you, once all of you have finally come to the agreement, and Peter Obi now have the guts to come out to approach the Obidient and say, my people, I don't decide. I want to run as a VP under Atiku. The name, unquote, Peter Obi will fall. I'm telling you, you might not believe me now, but when it gets to that time, you will believe me. Or rather, you will reminisce back to this particular statement. Listen. Oh my God. But Peter Obi told us that he's not desperate to be a president. He's not desperate to rule. So I don't want this to look like a desperation. Maybe after he don't agree, because I don't want to react before time. But I want you guys to know, me personally, I will react in a way that many of you will not like me on this platform anymore. But guess what? The funny part or the beautiful part of it is that the group of the people that will not like me, if you are moving this way, another group that will like me will come and occupy your space. That's how media works. We understand it so much. I will always stand for the truth and I will always speak the truth. If Peter Obi finally finished thinking, reminiscing, contemplating, consulting his loyalists as they have stated, and he now decided, now Atiku, I want to run under, I go talk. Yes, I go talk. I go talk many things that many of you will not like. And I believe other concerns Nigerians or maybe Obidient will speak. Although with the Obidient, we are very, very biased. 90% of Obidient, we are very biased. When the truth emerges from our opponent, we are very good to analyze it. But when it comes to us, we stay mute. We know they talk again. You can see on my panel, when it comes to us, they know they join the panel. They are living room, they watch from distance. Hypocrisy have eaten us all so deep. But I'm not part of it. I thought I should bring this to you guys this morning.
Begin what's trending. President Bola Tinubu arrived in Rome for the installation mass of the new head of the Roman Catholic Church, Pope Leo XIV. The solemn ceremony took place on Sunday at the St. Peter's Basilica. Now, Tinubu was received at the Mario de Bernardo Military Airport by Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Udemegu Ojukwu, Monsieur Luis Mariano Montemayor from the Vatican, and embassy officials. His attendance followed a personal invitation from the Pope conveyed by Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican Secretary of State, who described the event as a key moment for the Church and the world. The moment President Tinubu exchanged a handshake with the newly installed Pope, a symbolic gesture during the ceremony, has since made the rounds on social media. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu also met with Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, the former Ekiti State Governor. Will just go on a former Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode on Sunday at the installation mass of Pope Leo XIV. Now, the three Nigerian political figures who were in Rome for the high-profile religious event exchanged pleasantries in a brief but symbolic encounter that was made public by presidential spokesman Bayo Ononuga via a post on his verified X handle. Now, his tweet reads in part, was just up from the second paragraph there. Fayemi cited President Tinubu where he sat with other leaders and asked Obi to follow him to pay homage to the Nigerian leader. Obi agreed. Now, on getting to the president, Fayemi broke the ice between Obi and Tinubu and said, "Mr. President, welcome to our church and thank you for honoring the Pope with your presence." At that moment, President Tinubu, ever quick-witted, responded, "I should be the one welcoming you and Peter. I am the head of the Nigerian delegation." The president's response cracked up Obi, who agreed with the president and said, "Yes, indeed, we are members of your delegation. Peter Obi and Fayemi are staunch Catholics and papal knights." Now, in addition to that story, President Tinubu, of course, was meeting with 2023 Labour Party. While he was meeting with the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, former President Obasanjo here in Nigeria met with Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka at the 22nd National Sports Festival opening ceremony tagged Getaway Games in Abeokuta on Sunday. I believe we just spoke to Aaron, who was there, of course, covering that story. It's kind of like a vis-a-vis, like different things happening at the same time. Yeah. I know you've touched on it this morning. What has really been trending on social media is
They disagree. And I'll tell you one personal experience I had. I was once at an event, I think it was the burial ceremony of former Governor Donald Duke's mother. And Professor Soyinka's wife, was also there with us. And Chief Olusegun Obasanjo was there. And he met Professor Soyinka's work and he greeted her warmly. And he was even asking about Professor Soyinka. And he said, "Send my regards, to him." Many other people too were there. Former Governor of Lagos State, Chief James Onanife-Ibori, former Governor of Edo State was there and all of that. So it shows that there's that cordial. And only seeing this, it just shows that, they might disagree on things. But the most important thing is that we shouldn't be disagreeable. We have a right to be able to disagree. So I'm happy that this footage, is coming out there. So I like the fact that it's all love and blah, blah. It doesn't mean that things will not get heated or when politics starts again.
Of course.
But I would like to know President Tinubu's tailor. Maybe they can even cut suits, for Dr. Abatia. That suit is... Did you see President Tinubu's shoe?
No, he looks so good.
Those shoes have implications.
What are your thoughts, very briefly, Dr. Abati, so we can go to our next story?
Okay, no. I already commented on the sartorial elegance of President Tinubu. And I expressed the opinion, other people may well disagree, that I like to see him, looking smart like this. The fact that you're a Nigerian president does not mean that there must be a dress code, that you must wear local attire. Other people may have that opinion, but I say I would like to see him looking like this more often, because it looks very good.
100%
and I like
agree.
the look, I like the feel, of that suit. So that's my personal opinion. Other people can hold whatever opinion they want to hold. And it was good to see, Nigeria, in that company recognized and the president representing us very well, because the Vatican City is a state on its own. And President Tinubu placed emphasis on friendship, fraternal relations, religious tolerance, interfaith dialogue. It struck all the right notes. That's beautiful to see. And it made us very proud, representing us very well.
Dare I say,
now,
there was
about President Obasanjo and Professor Wole Soyinka, well, these are elder statesmen. It's not in my place to comment on who is older between the two of them. President Obasanjo has made it very clear that at the time he was born, records were not kept. Those were in those days.
All right, guys, I have to stop that video right there because I still have one or two to present to you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I would like us to move forward. But on the main one that we'll be talking about this morning, about Peter Obi, reducing himself allegedly to become Atiku's VP. You see the benefit of talking. Yeah, the benefit of talking is that when you talk, even though for any reason these people, I guess you guys can hear me though. Please, somebody just confirm my voice. Let me post out a link in case anybody want to join us now. You can come in now, but somebody confirm my voice on the comment section, please. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Moderator. I can see you in the building. Good evening to you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Love Manduka. I can see you right there as well. Thank you, Madam Peggy Modi. I'd already greet you since before you even come, Seth. Thank you very much, ma. Jacko Obidient, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your super chat earlier on. God bless you. It's good to hear from you. I appreciate every one of you right there. Just do your part by pressing on the like button. Help us to share. Take our voices far. This is a very, very important, significant discussion here. It's about our future. As you know, that the only man that we have right now that we trust and we have hope on is Peter Obi. At the moment, now I talk, yes. Since 2022, they come. Now only him. I'm still waiting for the day where person go beat him, overtake him. We still never see. So because of that, it's our responsibility to fight back, and front to make sure that we protect and guard this man to do the right thing. Yes, guarding sometimes is not a good thing, but when it comes to things like this, no way. Not under my watch, for example, for me to see Peter Obi become a vice president to Atiku. No way. No way. It's something, the word God forbid, God forbid. Not like this, we're supposed to use them. We're supposed to rebuke it, forbid it, we need to speak in tongue. It can never happen. Because if you have to check it, the biggest problem that we have in Nigeria today caused by APC and PDP. In case you're not aware, I'm from a family of PDP. Sometimes when I destroy PDP, like you people will be saying, why now? Why? Yes, I've told you guys before that I'm living my life. I'm not living any life of anybody. I'm living my own life. So I have the right to choose what is right or stand for what is right or what is wrong. So, guys, I'll go on a quick break. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to quickly turn on my AC because I was feeling a bit hot here. Okay, yes. I will always stand for what is right because it's my right. It not concern me how my papa tell live, how my mama tell live, how my siblings, family members, or your wife or your children. No, everybody should choose to live their own life, how you want to live it. If you choose to live a bad life, it should be referenced to you alone. You know, if you reference my papa bad life, my mama bad life, my children, my wife bad life to me, or my own bad life to my children. No, let's choose it, and attach it, affiliate it with individual as it's supposed to be. If we have to go through the memory lane, APC and PDP is the biggest problem that we have today in Nigeria. PDP, not forgetting that during the time of PDP, now we take that woman where they buy consent for $12 million, allegedly. Now don't forget, they were looting upon looting. In fact, they were even rubbing it on our faces. I was having an argument with some of my friends the other day. They were saying, at least they're living at that time, we're still better than this Tinubu. I said, that's what you don't understand. That's what you don't understand. There is no time living and be good in Nigeria. It's just that we're choosing to continue to accept this kind of suppression, this kind of looting. Anyhow it happen, do you know that if we don't stop it now, a time will come, many of you will also say that at least, despite Tinubu time was very hard, but Tinubu time is still better than the one we did. So time go come, I go talk am now. Abuna not talking for Buhari on. Moderator, thank you very much. I can see you in the backstage. When I'm not talking about Buhari or say, Buhari is the worst thing that have ever happened to Nigeria. But today, you people are saying that Buhari time now do better pass Tinubu. Now so it go be if we refuse to stop it. Now so it go still be where another person will go come and go put better pepper. This time not be Hausa pepper they go put for our eye. They'll go Yugoslavia, Zimbabwe pepper. Now they'll come put for our eye. We're going to say, please, can you leave the dollar the way Tinubu to leave for us? Can you put back on Friday the way Tinubu to leave for us? That's what we are going to be begging, because we are always fond of reducing ourselves to this situation. Let's come back to Peter Obi. Peter Obi, like I said, Peter Obi cannot dare. Let's assume, say all these things are just satanic people now they write down from Punch, because this one, Punch newspaper is supposed to be a mainstream article. Maybe that make everybody take them serious. The whole thing fly everywhere today on social media, but still, these people cannot be trusted. They can carry any kind of news and all that. But if, for example, we don't talk, will Labour Party or Peter Obi respond to this? I would like us to take some responses quickly before I move on. You can see this one is a press release coming from Peter Obi, spokesperson UNISA. Now he write this one, so not being right and shout, now he post them, but the person will write them, he named it down. I go reach there soon. But I would like to quickly read this. This one is coming from Directorate of Strategic Comms and Media, press release. Peter Obi and coalition clarification. The Obidient movement has been inundated with calls from our members within and outside the country, including other members of the public, regarding a media publication claiming that our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, has been offered a running mate position to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in the new coalition being formed ahead of 2027. Even though the publication is imaginary to the author, we find it appropriate to react in view of possible far-reaching misconception in the public space. While frank and cordial engagement with our partners and stakeholders towards a coalition continue amicably, the Obidient movement would like to state emphatically that there is no truth or basis to the report whatsoever. Without any risk of contradiction, we would like to reiterate that Mr. Peter Obi has maintained that his objective and his involvement in coalition is to provide a united front against and to tackle issues of bad governance, corruption, hunger, poverty, poor healthcare, out of school children, and the myriad of other problems daily afflicting the people of Nigeria. We want politics that is progressive, standing firmly with the people and serving the great people of Nigeria, and not politics that just for the sake of grabbing power. At this point in time, Mr. Peter Obi remains in the Labour Party, and if ever this changes, he will make that announcement himself. Nana Kazware, Director of Strategic Communication and Media, Obidient Movement, 19th May 2025. Okay, now let me quickly say something about this. If we did not take this swiftly, complain about it, do you think you will see this kind of press release? You won't see it. The time has passed where we will say, no, we need to go sit there for her before you tell them your plight. No, social media is the great tool to communicate with these people. They are here. They are even here now. They are listening to us now. Both the good and the satanic, all of them, they are listening. They are hearing you. Now, let's assume they say Peter Obi go do meet in January with Atiku. Let's assume, say that meeting happen. They say Peter Obi can say you want to go think about it. Okay, let's assume, say it really happen. With this pressure right now, when I feel say Peter Obi will still say me accept them. He don't go fit again because he don't see how people have responded, how people have reacted. You say, hi, this thinking, if you're not going to let me try him. Now, so it's supposed to be. That is the benefit of talking, tackling it on time. Be proactive with your action. So let's assume, say, Peter Obi they think since January, oh, that thinking now have died on arrival. It cannot give birth to anything positive. Now, to just go meet Atiku tell us, hey, after I don't think everything, I'm not going to do it. Let's assume, say, that thing be day into contemplation. That is the benefit of talking. They have reacted now. We will hold this press release against them in the future, prospectively. Yes. But I would like to take one or two reactions quickly here. As you can see, this one is coming for Obigbemi Emmanuel Abiodun. He said, we need that coalition. You will be dumb to think Obi will go alone. Same as 2023, and we come out with any result different than we had in 2023. The truth is bitter. We might have to dine with the devil, even though we don't like it. The most important thing is getting results. Okay. We don't know what that one was trying to say, but I decided to showcase it here. FA, other FA, PhD said, Peter Obi that has already signed an agreement deal with Atiku. You Obidient movement have been left behind. Soon it will be articulately obedient. Get ready to wash Atiku's dirty corruption underwears. Then we have this one here from Maludu Gabriel. Who is the chairman of LP? Question. Where is the online registration you guys celebrated? That one, I followed the celebrator, but I don't know where we did right now for that online celebration. A good question still with this one. I don't know where that one be for now, but we are waiting. That's question as well. Who is Lamidi Apapa? Question. Who is Arembabi? Question. Is there any grudges in LP? Question. Where is Kenneth Okonkwo, the Nollywood actor? Question. Please answer why did Paul went to greet Tinubu? Another question. Because that one actually circulated since morning. Peter Obi, they say Peter Obi, your laugh, open mouth, finish, bagada. We see Tinubu. And truly, for not saying for that, for not saying here, the way our principal laugh for there, Tinubu, they smile, but Peter Obi, your laugh, like, I don't know what they tell her for there, but I'm not going to leave my submission. You know, I will allow my panelists to talk on that later on. Then, the last one from Kelechi Ogbona. Thank you for this. However, this publication did not answer the question of whether he has agreed to be VP to Alhaji Atiku or not. Exactly. That press release did not answer it. You know, although they disputed it, he did not answer it, and he ended there by saying that if there is any that will happen, Peter Obi will address that to us by himself. We are waiting. Then Cyril Lisbon said, if Peter Obi ever become a vice or assistant to anybody in the ballot, consider his vision and chapter for Nigeria presidency closed for the rest of his life. We all will leave him, abandon him, and turn against him, and that's final. That is, I support that statement 100%. I don't feel talking this morning. I mean, I don't feel talking. Me not there here to say me, that what I love you, and then how they do the party, you see, they tell me, say, I love you. No, that's hypocrisy. If Peter Obi, God forbid, commit all the God forbid, I don't they do fasting and prayer already. Make it not happen. But let's assume it can't happen. It will be as it gets. We should know that. But let's hope it doesn't happen. Then we have cargo and freight company. Post should be very careful, should be very careful and not settle for unworthy coalition. Is the most needed by them. He shouldn't allow himself to be used as a ladder for them to achieve their satanic end. Now me put satanic journal. Blessed Frank said, Dr. Tanko, I registered online for the Obidient movement, but I have not received any emails or the membership card which was promised. May I know why? No, no, say that online this thing. And they give people a long time. I want wait before we can address that one properly. Madam Patricia, now you did backstage. Make I see you sharply because I don't know who they did. You know. So una see that particular one right there. Okay, thank you. I don't see you can off your camera. All right. You know, so at the end of the day, my people, not be waiting anybody they pray for make it happen. So we need to rebuke it. And I go like make I baptize Peter Obi, make he thinking if for anything like that they happen, make he not think to say yes, but make he think he say no. Now only because of that one, I baptize Peter Obi now. I have to baptize my principal. Make it go back to Atiku. If there's anything, no, I'm not saying yes or no. But if in case is still holding on to response to satanic demand from Atiku, may the answer be no. Oh yeah.
I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord.
So Peter Obi, my principal, the only one that we have right now, we don't baptize you today. It shall be well with you in every area of your life. They're not going to succeed in manipulating your brain against us. Because this one now, whatever they are trying to do now against us, not against you, is for their satanic favor, interest, but it's going to be against us. Let's assume you are not on the picture anymore. We are going to be left alone, like person where you stand without no cloth, you know, wear anything. That's how it will be. So we rebuke it, we forbid it, we cast it, we separate it, and it can never happen. You understand? So, my people, now so we'll leave that one for now. But I'd like us to quickly listen to what Kenneth Koko have to say here, sharply, you know, then we can start talking. I see a couple of you already started calling in. Just hold on. I will bring you in shortly. Let me quickly play 1 or 2 minutes from this.
Spokesperson for the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election. Welcome to the morning show, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, viewers, for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Bati. Thank you, Rufai. And thank you, Vimbai. I don't want you to laugh too much today, so I would not ask you to be our young Nigerian wife.
Anyway, very quickly. Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, the chairman of the APC, had told us previously that 2027 is a done deal. And we've seen a gale of defections. Now, the North, that people used to say, oh, Northerners have rejected Tinubu. Now we have the governors of the Northwest, the senators, the lawmakers from the Northwest, all of them saying there is no vacancy in Aso Rock in 2027. So maybe Ganduje is right then to have said that 2027 is a done deal for the APC. What do you think?
Well, let's first of all commence this program by reminding us what Martin Luther King Jr. said. He said, everyone must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. Our leaders, they are now very known worldwide for making a decision to walk in the darkness of destructive selfishness. You can imagine a people that are consumed by insecurity. This morning, 15 persons have been killed in Agatu, local government of Benue State. In Northwest, they have become a basket case, have the highest number of out-of-school children. They are the poorest. And then, what people busy themselves to do is to be talking about an election that is 2 years from now. Let me tell you, those sycophants that you saw there, they're not up to 1,000. All the political leaders in the Northwest, they're not up to 1,000. The population of Northwest in Nigeria is about 67 million persons. About more than 60 million persons. about 27% of the entire Nigerian population. Democracy is the government of the people, not the government of APC or some sycophants in the Northwest who are not interested in the welfare and security of their people, but in how to acquire power and money. It is shameful. We are not even up to 2 years of this regime, and people are consumed about who will be the next president in the next election. I tell you honestly, I feel disgusted. But like I said, they've made a choice to be walking in the darkness, pure darkness of destructive selfishness. These are people that steal what they don't even need. Let me give you an example of what I'm trying to say. If you recall, in Delta State, you saw how a drama went on there. Official defection to APC. In that podium that was in Delta State, you will see men who have been convicted by Supreme Court for bribery and corruption in dollars in the name of integrity. You will see men that have been known to be pocketing dollar in their danchiki openly, looking at whether anybody is seeing them. Those same people are still being called by their states to give account of their stewardship as governor, and they are evading by all means unknown to go and answer for what they have done. Their surname is now classified as dollar, and you saw some people there who are invited by EFCC to give account. So there you are seeing association of professional criminals made up of suspects, made up of accused, made up of convicts. These are facts. Are these people the people you think that will give you light of creative altruism? I have now known the philosophy of APC. In Delta State, their spokesperson came out and mentioned the ideology. They say they are taste of palm wine politicians. And let me tell you something about palm wine. My father was a traditional chief and had a DOC, a palm wine tapper, that brings palm wine for him in the morning every day, the one that the bottom has not reached the ground, always swell. And that palm wine, if you don't refrigerate it, it can change taste more than 20 times in a day. And if you allow it to stay a day or two, it will be so strong you can use it to make local gin, kai kai. So these are politicians that are unstable like water. I guarantee you that a lot of them will work even for the opposition come in the next 2 years, because they are taste of palm wine politicians. They say when the taste of palm wine changes, they also change. So you are talking about chameleon.
Okay.
Who work.
All right, Mr. Okonkwo, I know today we don't have that much time with you, so I just want to step in at this point. I was reading an article, an interview granted by a senator who just defected from NNPP to APC. And in his estimation, he says, there are no parties, there are no ideologies, it's just the alphabet. The only thing that differentiates the political parties in Nigeria are letters of the alphabet. Now, in this instance, you're somebody who has come from Labour Party. We see the issues happening inside Labour Party. There's APC, which is now being accused of dangling the carrot, offering contracts and all sorts of juicy goodies for people to come and defect. There's PDP, which has its own issues. What's the way forward? Because it seems that all of the political parties are made up of the same people who, as you have called them, are palm wine drinkers, who change drinking pattern several times of the day. What's the way forward for the Nigerian citizen?
You know, like I said, I wanted to conclude on the fact that the election in the Northwest is going to be determined by 60 million persons, not by 1,000 sycophants. The way forward is very simple. You have known that I got disgusted with what even the opposition parties are doing. But thank God, the election of 2027 is going to be between the people of Nigeria and the ruling party, because democracy is the government of the people. The way forward is that there is a need. You know, there is a saying that your biggest teacher is your last mistake. In 2023, the opposition made the mistake of dividing themselves And then a minority party that got about 37% of the vote now became a ruling party. And you can see the destruction they are making. The way forward is that the opposition should come together in a coalition. And when they come together, they will give Nigerians the alternative in integrity, in character, in learning, in knowledge. And I'm telling you, Nigerians will speak. And Nigerians must remember that in Nigeria today, when you vote, you have to defend your vote. So Nigerians must come together. The opposition must come together, set their house in order, and then take out this government that has become a scourge on the Nigerian people.
Okay, I'd like to ask you this. The Punch newspaper ran with a story today that some people are saying Atiku wants to give Peter Obi a running mate ticket for a one-term presidency. What's your take on Atiku and such arrangements like that? Anyway, Atiku camp offers Obi VP role in a one-term deal. What's your take on things like that? Secondly, you say parties have ideology. Can you tell me the ideology of the Labour Party that you were part of? Because, take for instance, I'll give you an instance. Labour is supposed to be pro-workers. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party was a proper capitalist to the core. There was a diversion of ideology in terms of who Peter Obi was and what is supposed to be the Labour Party ideology. So tell me, and I asked this question to Peter Obi many times, tell me what's the ideology of the Labour Party? Because if a capitalist, par excellence, is running on a Labour Party that believes in workers' rights, are very social in its outlook, then there's a diversion of ideology. So tell me what the ideology of the Labour Party is, and tell me what you think about this Atiku Abubakar, saying he wants to offer Peter Obi a deal, VP, for a one-term deal.
Well, you see, in politics, candidates have the choice to get into their own discussion and negotiation. But for me, my own take is that whoever believes that he's qualified to be president should submit himself for a free and fair primary election. That toughness that we're going to face in the primary will determine the person that has the capacity to face the tough challenge in the general election. I am not in the league of people trying to persuade anybody to step down for anybody. That should be the decision of the candidate himself, because I wouldn't want anybody to come out and say, I'm leaving this coalition or this party because I was pressured to give up my ambition. I wouldn't have loved to be this or that. So whatever Atiku or Obi are discussing should be left for them. But for me, whoever wants to contest for the presidency should submit himself and contest for the presidency and let the people decide. That's what I'm going to say on that.
Okay.
Now,
the Labour Party ideology question I ask you, please. What's the Labour? Yeah.
Yes. The Labour Party ideology, remember, it's a workers' party. And so it is to build a new Nigerian personality that is altruistic, that is transparent and committed to due process of law in all spheres of our economy, that will care for the security and welfare of workers. And I'm talking about Labour Party. Remember, the politicians entered into Labour Party almost 3 months before the time. So whether they would have integrated their own ideologies is something only God knows, because it's only God that knows what ought to have been or what would have been.
Okay,
so that's history now.
Very quickly.
And that is about the best I can say on that.
Okay, very quickly. As we
yes,
begin to...
and I told you already the ideology of APC, taste of and wine politics. They said it themselves.
Okay, just by way of clarification, in less than 1 minute. Now, where do you now stand in the political equation? You say you have left Labour Party. You don't agree with opposition coalition politics. I thought you would even come here this morning and praise President Tinubu and say, it's good that the Northwest has endorsed him. But, you know, you took a different tack. So where are you now in terms of this political game? Or you have left politics to just be a critic? You have joined us on this side. Where are you?
Well, I told you that Northwest has not endorsed Tinubu. As a matter of fact, it's even only politicians of APC, so which they are not up to 1,000 persons. So that is, by the way, I told you Northwest is 60 million persons.
No,
so they have not
your own politics.
Tinubu.
Your own politics. Where are you now? Where are you now?
My own politics, I told you I am a member of the coalition. We have not chosen officially a platform. We are talking, and I am part of the talks. And when we choose a platform, which might not be too long from now, we will inform Nigerians. I told you when I leave a party, it is because of the party itself, not because of another party. So when I leave a party, I go into negotiation because I have to be sure of which people and which party is interested in the security and welfare of Nigerians. You have to assure me, and I have to know the people I am going to enter into such party with. And when I get all those answers clear, when I tell Nigerians this is the way to go, they will believe me. Because in all honesty, we need a new thing. We may not go back to change the beginning, but we can start from where we are today and change the ending.
Okay, on that.
All right, guys. I still have one particular one that I would like to take, but before that, let me take this call. Amanda Deborah, thank you very much for calling in. Good evening to you, ma. Please talk to us. 3 minutes, please.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, ma.
I know the conversation today is hot.
Very hot, very hot.
Good evening to everyone, all our viewers and commenters all over the world. You're all welcome to today's program. I know today's conversation is hot. Why? Because I believe strongly that they put out that information to get a reaction, to see what the public opinion is going to be. It might be something they are considering, but I think they just put it out there to get a reaction from people. But obviously, they have seen that that coalition is not going to fly because it's dead on arrival. Any coalition that is going to put any other Fulani man as president, I think is dead on arrival. That means Tinubu is just going to win because there's no way Peter Obi will be a vice president because
the line is breaking.
Nigeria that's it. It's a lame dog.
The line is breaking. I don't know why the line is breaking.
Hello?
Okay, you are back now.
I can hear you, Mr.
Yeah,
Elvis.
yeah, you are back
No,
now.
I said the position of a vice president in Nigeria is a lame dog position. You are more or less not even you don't have any power to do anything. So that's a dead on arrival coalition. Any coalition that's going to put Peter Obi as a vice president is dead on arrival, you know. So that's just that one. But I understand the dilemma in this whole situation. Which political party is Peter Obi going to contest under if it decides to contest? Because at the moment, there's no any functional party that Peter Obi is going to be able to contest under, except if he wants to form his own party, but it's even too late to do that. So definitely there's going to be some sort of coalition. But I think the North should bring somebody, not Atiku. Atiku is a bad market. Atiku is a bad market. I think any coalition that has to do with Atiku as part of it is just bad market.
Okay.
If they want a strong coalition, then they should bring somebody that is reasonable, not El-Rufai, but a good person from the North.
Thank you.
To be a vice president to Peter Obi. Otherwise, any other thing is dead on arrival. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Mother Deborah. God bless you, ma. Thank you so much. Okay. The network is failing. Mother Rita, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Innocent Okbara, thanks for calling in, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes, my dear man, thank you for doing the best that you are doing. Honestly, how's your family? I hope everybody is doing good.
Yeah, we are very good, sir. Thank you very much. Good to hear from you. Talk to us.
Yes, I've been watching what you've been presenting, and I agree with your lamentation regarding this news that Peter Obi is allegedly agreeing to be Atiku's vice president. I am on the same side with you. If Peter Obi, whether he takes drug or he was kind of, for me, knowing him the way that I know him, he will not sensibly on his own say he's using his own head to agree to be the vice president for anybody right now, not alone to be Atiku. You understand? That with you, I am 100%. If he goes that way, let him just leave politics alone. Just remain as just remain without speaking even about politics, because he would have damaged all this credibility that he has. I'm sure he is not going to do that. I know you two who are saying that you cannot believe it that he will do that, or that things can change. But for me, he will never do that.
Hopefully.
Okay, I will believe that strongly. If he does that, like you and I said, he's done. But he will not do that. So all these things they are saying is to bring him, to like kind of mess him up. Look for a way to juggle his way so that people will have differences about him. Now, regarding the online registration that you mentioned here that you have not seen, which many people have not seen, I think they have to be very tactical with that online registration, because when they open that online registration, bet you and I, there are people that will just pick up that registration to say they are obedient, they have the cards and all that, and then they will be counting them as the legal obedient people, but they are saboteurs that will just go in there. So they should be very careful how to screen whoever is going to register under that their online.
Thank you, sir.
Activity.
Okay.
Okay. But, it looks like my time is up.
Yes,
Thank you very much for what you're doing. I'll continue to watch your presentation.
God bless you, sir. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, my people, we could know vessel. There's another twist here. A man that have been saying that Peter Obi cannot do this, he cannot do that. He's saying something different now that some of us are shocked. Currently, Rufai's channel, Voice of the People, they are live with this particular man. I would like to quickly listen to him for the next 10 minutes or so. Then we'll take it from here. Listen to this.
In the case of the Igbos, is bringing in good candidates. That they've always had leadership problem.
We don't.
You sure?
We don't.
Okay, the likes of Ojus, Okalu, Ike all of those ones. What would you say?
I said we don't.
Why have the good ones not come up?
Fine. Now the good one has come up. We have a P2B which everybody have acknowledged. What happened? No, tell me what happened. Why can't they rally around the same person? The same way they rally around others. What I'm advising P2B now, P2B, go and put your thinking cap. You must work with Atiku. You must.
You're saying something different now.
I said he must work with Atiku because I've checked it. Labour Party is a no-go area. They have nothing there except to be doing propaganda.
But Barrister Darlington, 2 weeks ago, we had a conversation here. You advised Peter Obi to stay in the Labour Party.
Because
that's what you said.
Yes, listen.
You should stay in the Labour Party and sort things out.
I have told you things have changed.
How come all of a sudden in 2 weeks things changed?
I said things have changed. Yes, because look at it. The Supreme Court have made a ruling that Abure is not the chairman of Labour Party. But up to today, INEC have refused to acknowledge that judgment. What do you want Peter Obi to do? To go and put gun in the head of INEC and say, oh, yeah, remove that man's name there. No, is that what you want? The people that are playing game with Labour Party, they should not take their Labour Party. Peter Obi work with Atiku because one, Atiku have the experience and the PDP have structures which have been there. Forget about these people running up and down. They all came out from PDP. Yes. If PDP was not good, they wouldn't have been there in the first place. And the Nigerians, I'm sure you will go back to history. Nigeria had their golden years under PDP. Nobody can wish that away. Nobody. What we are seeing today, we never saw it in PDP. Don't let them use propaganda to deceive you that PDP is it. PDP is a lie. Who propped up Wike to be doing what he's doing in PDP? Was it not Tinubu? No, tell me. Was it not Tinubu that is supporting him in what he's doing? If Tinubu wanted peace, both in Rivers and PDP, what is he supposed to tell Wike? What is he supposed to tell Wike? He allowed him to be doing what he's doing. And you are telling me that somebody is not playing games somewhere. Eh? No, look at it. You are blaming them, You want them when they now start a rough fight. They say they are hitting up the polity. They are disobeying the president. They want to put down the country, this and that. So, to avoid all these things, Peter Obi work with Atiku. Because let me tell you, the North cannot willingly vote for Peter Obi now. They can't. With the way things are now, the North cannot willingly vote for a Peter Obi now. It's not possible. So if Atiku take the North and Peter Obi take the South, I mean, is that not a done deal? Or tell me what else is in the permutation here? No, if Atiku, which I know, the North want to take it, they will rally around their own. And then Peter Obi, of course, he has this. So what else are you talking about? The governors that are running into APC in the South, they are not the one that will vote in this election. When the chiefs are down, the people know what to do. That's why I've been telling you that let nobody be banking on the fact that everybody is under APC. No, it will collapse. Esther, at the 11th hour, Tinubu will receive the shock of his life because all those things that he has been doing in the past, people have discovered it. He can no longer deceive Nigerians again. So people are going to do the needful. And it is only when Peter Obi and Atiku come together that this thing is going to work. Because look at the vote they got in the last election. You mean those votes will be thrown away now? Even now, they are going to get more because they now saw that somebody was cheated in that election. And the person that cheated him, they are not even doing better. So on what ground will Nigerians now vote overwhelmingly for Tinubu? Tell me what?
For Barrister Darlington.
On what ground?
I recall on almost 3 different occasions you have advised Peter Obi to stay within the Labour Party. Wait, now calm down. I have heard you. But the thing is, how do you know that if he decides to accept this deal with Atiku, that after Atiku becomes the president for the first term, that they will rally around him? What if the detractors, what if saboteurs? Because you can see what happened within the Labour Party. His close aides, his close friends left, went to join the APC. So what if it's a different narrative that comes after the first 4 years?
You mean after Atiku have taken
after Atiku. That's one, Barrister Darlington. 2, others are now saying Atiku has tried this thing 4 times consecutively. He has failed. Hold on. He has failed. Why can't he just retract himself? Because others have blamed Atiku to be the genesis of the problem within the PDP. Some people feel that it was his greed that allowed the 2023 elections that happened, whereby if he had accepted not to actually tag along, or if the way things were supposed to go, where Iyocho Ayu is not the chairman of the party, it was supposed to be given to a South person or something like that, it wouldn't have the party wouldn't have become what it is now. And he's still vying to become a president. As it stands, the PDP don't want him. They don't want to actually give him that ticket. So obviously he needs to decamp to another political party. Also, he's not based in Nigeria at this moment. He stays in Dubai. People feel that he's more of a liability. The PDP is going to be having their National Executive Committee meeting on May 29, and they're saying they will expel a number of persons that day. Chief Bode George confirmed this. So the thing is this, should Atiku step down, walk and rally around the big wigs, the opposition voices, as you have El Rufai, Atiku, push forward for Peter Obi and maybe Dati, then possibly that possibility would be good for, unseating. But if it is to grab power, if it is to grab the power, You think that combination will work?
It will more than work. Because let me tell you, Atiku have an unfinished business.
What's the unfinished business, sir?
From the last election,
yes.
He was the only one that rattled the Tinubu.
Are you sure?
He answered, he was the only that rattled him.
Okay.
No other person would have brought those
documents.
Yes, no other person would have done it. And Peter Obi wouldn't have had the time to go the whole hog to do what Atiku. Yes. So he has an unfinished business. They say he brought the document late. So this time around, he will bring it early. So that we now know what they will say. He will bring it early. So who else will do that? Is it Peter Obi? We don't even know whether Tinubu will be qualified to control this election. We don't even know. Except we convince the court that no, he's not qualified.
How do you mean you don't even know?
Yes, now, because the facts are there.
Well, the mistakes he made the first time will not be the same thing now. And if he's the one that is going to be the one to choose the INEC chair, towards the end of this year, all of those rigmaroles and prerequisites may not be necessarily needed in his case. It may be a different thing.
A different thing. What you are not going to present any.
He may just maybe. Do you know if he has gotten some fresh documents or qualifications now as he's the president?
Then the one he told us before have not indicted him. If you
what if he resubmits a different document?
That's what I'm saying. We'll not question the validity.
But it will not make any difference. INEC says submit this.
Hold on. What are going to submit? We are going to scrutinize. Is that not true? So since the last 4 years or 2 years, we never had that Tinubu is attending one lecture or the other, or that you are going to one school or the other. Even if you do that, we are not going to ask you, the one you submitted the first time, where are they? If they are valid, why did you jettison them? You told us you got first class from CSU. Present it now.
Okay. My people, on that particular note, I will stop that video right there. There's a lot of people are talking on this particular matter. Some are saying that fake news, that good news, that real news, anyhow you call it. The talking is very, very important to us at this particular time, because obviously Peter Obi is not what we want to lose easily like that, except he himself wants this to happen. But I would like us to start talking right now. If you know you're on the backstage, you did on your camera, you are going to remain there for till the next 78 years. That's how it is, because I hate when people know the rules of the platform, you off your camera, you be on the backstage there. Anyway, I would like us to move on right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all. Guys, help us to press on the like button, help us to share. Press on the dollar sign, encourage what we do here. God bless you all. The first person on the panel today is Madam Rita. Madam Rita, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you. Please, let's start talking. Talk to us. You have 15 minutes.
Wow, Mr. Elvis, I don't know if you can hear me now because I was saying hello before. Okay,
yes,
good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Elvis. My lovely mommy diaspora. Good afternoon, mommy. Greetings to, I think it's Madam Patricia. It's been a long time. Good afternoon, and everybody in the comment section. Good afternoon. Where will I start from? Okay. I would say that Nigeria at this point, Nigerians, well-meaning Nigerians at this point, should now realize that perhaps democracy is not, as a system of government, is not working for us. We just have to come to a conclusion that democracy, as we know it in the textbooks, democracy as we see it in other countries of the world like the United States, democracy is not going to work for a country like Nigeria, or let's just say present day Nigeria. Maybe democracy will have worked when you had honest men, honest politicians, not totally honest, but at least 90% honest politicians, maybe back in the 70s or at that time, or, perhaps it will have worked. But now we should come to the conclusion that democracy is not going to work. I repeat, democracy as a system of government is not going to work for present day Nigeria. And why did I say so? Because the participants, the people who are controlling the political parties, the people who are controlling commissions like the INEC, including the media, they are all working for one person. We're all working in a corrupt conglomerate. As what's his name? Kenneth Okonkwo said, a bunch of suspects, accused, and convicted people. So do not expect anything good that will come out of a democratic system with the likes of people who are convicts, criminals, murderers, marauders, louts, all sorts of bad things you can never ever think of. All sorts of bad people with bad character in a society you can never think of. These are the people who are controlling present-day democracy as we know it in Nigeria. So therefore, democracy will not work. Peter Obi also needs to come to the realization as well that democracy is not going to work. Perhaps at his age and his experiences, he feels that that is a better option because the kind of benevolence that he shows, or let me say that I see in him, he just feels like, that is the most safest way to govern Nigeria right now. And I don't think Peter Obi is stupid. He knows that democracy is not working it's not going to work for Nigeria. It's not, and that's the truth. It's not. Because every side you turn, left, right, center, every institution you see, it's all captured by this evil conglomerate. So what are we going to do? In all of these things you've been showing, different people are having different opinions, different perspective, aspersions, conspiracy theories. It's crazy. It's crazy. We all see that there's a sort of mind game that's being played because the internet has exposed a lot of tricks that, these oligarchs, they already know that, Nigerians would know. So they're not trying to use psychology in a very deep-rooted format. Very, very, very deep. And it's only a smart person or the person who has a consciousness of the evil entities that we are dealing with. You will know that what they are doing right now is playing psychology on a lot of gullible Nigerians, because the truth is a lot of Nigerians are gullible. Whether home or abroad, it doesn't matter. A lot of Nigerians are gullible. Some people can't even tell the difference between an AI-generated video and an actual real video. They can't even tell the difference between an AI-generated voice note and, an actual real voice. They can't. So they are capitalizing. The evil geniuses are capitalizing on that, and a lot of people are falling. They're all falling like a pack of cards. Democracy is not going to work for Nigeria. Nigeria right now is practicing different forms of government, different systems of government, and I've seen dictatorship, aristocracy, oligarchy, and what's the other one they call totalitarianism. I just it's sad because we're just like we're in a snag. We're just stuck on a wall. What do we do? I don't blame Peter Obi, in trying to sacrifice, himself. I think Peter Obi is a rare gem for us because he has the other option to just, live his life and enjoy with his family and just forget about Nigeria and their issues, just like so many other people, so many other so-called rich men in Nigeria are doing. Yes, he had the option. He has the option to just focus on himself, his children, and his possible grandchildren. But he's sacrificing himself constantly, even being ridiculed, his family being ridiculed, even his, his ideology is kind of, it seems topsy-turvy to some people, like he's neither near nor there. Some people are not sure about him. Some people are not sure about his ideology. Some people, they don't really understand him. They say, which one is my big brother? Just like this picture now. The opposition now, the satanic APC has chosen to put this picture of Peter Obi laughing wholeheartedly with all his heart in front of the man from Bodilon and Fayemi to seem like, he's in full support. After all, he's laughing with them. You see the psychology. And they now use the media like the Punch newspaper, who many people believe. Listen, I have always said this. I had an old boss that told me these things 20 years ago. He said, pray that somebody who is believable, I'm repeating, somebody who is believable does not lie against you. Pray that somebody who is believable does not lie against you, or somebody who is believable is not used to create problems for you. For example, Punch newspaper. In the Nigerian parlance, that's a credible media house, a credible, newspaper that people look up to, and all of a sudden, Punch, that is believable, Punch that is believable, is now coming out to say that there's a possible coalition between Atiku and Peter Obi. Have you guys seen the psychology here? These evil geniuses are using every single channel to twist the minds of gullible Nigerians, many gullible Nigerians. They are now using a believable media house now to put this theory out there to make people feel like, okay, what's going on? And then the people who have registered for the Obidient, you want to register in the Obidient website, to start having second thoughts. And then you see people making statements like, oh, we didn't see the result after we registered. What happened next? We're expecting something, because something has triggered you to start thinking of the opposite. Something has triggered you not to make Peter Obi be trustworthy, or, his criticism of this present administration not to be taken wholeheartedly. That is what is going on now. Psychology. That is what is going on right now in the Nigerian space ahead of 2027. We should be very, very careful. The old joke in this thing, in what I see, Mr. Elvis and everyone, is that Peter Obi is still in the Labour Party, right? However, the Labour Party will be the joker of the evil satanic APC, because the Labour Party as we know it is unstable, take it or leave it. And then INEC, that is being controlled by the man from Bodilon, is refusing to make things right. So it's like I am going to take everything back from, okay, it's like Nigerians, they know, because they're trying to cover all their tracks. They know that, okay, Nigerians might not vote. Nigerians, might say, okay, we don't like this person's administration. We're not going to vote for the man from Bodilon. And then the person that are going to vote for now is under, a political party called Labour Party. Okay, so we are attacking the party now. Now, we know the leadership of the Labour Party is in jeopardy right now, is unstable. It will not legitimize his candidacy. Peter Obi's candidacy at some point. And what would that do for us? So you see, there's a snag. There's a wall. Let me put it that way for people to understand. There's a wall. So these people are prepared at all points. That is why I say democracy as we know it, or as we see it being practiced in other countries, is not for Nigeria. It's not going to work. And I'm still going to say it again. I do not believe in 2027. And I'm telling Nigerians, do not waste your time going to get a voter's card, or do not waste your time lining up with, don't send money to encourage your people in Nigeria to go and vote for 2027, because what we see happened in 2023 is going to be triple worse, and what is going to happen in 2027. I don't want people to pass away. I don't want people's hopes, to be dashed. And I don't want a lot of people to develop high blood pressure, because yes, there's a lot of pressure. And it's sad. It's a sad situation. I might sound hopeless to some people, like, okay, where is she driving at? Where do we go? Like I said, Nigeria is, we need drastic measures. However you want to define your drastic measures, that's known to you. We have seen how it worked in other countries. Perhaps, that would perhaps work for us now, because we are the peak of it. And it is done openly. It is done openly, not even in secret as before. And I think the reason why it's being done openly is because of the introduction of the social media, the internet. Even if they cut off the internet in Nigeria because they can go that far, many of us who live in diaspora, we have family members, in Nigeria, and then we can watch all these things and see it happening. So, they know it's a double-edged sword. They cannot cut off the social media in Nigeria. They cannot do that. No matter what, they cannot do that. Because even the so-called people in the Federal House of Representatives, the senators, they're all in conjunction with the man from Bodilon. So that's why you see democracy, it's the executive, controls the judiciary and also the lawmakers. So where are we at? Even if Peter Obi wins in 2027 by voting, the opposition, I'm sorry I'm laughing because it's so funny. The opposition will take them to the court and they'll go to the Supreme Court. And then who controls the Supreme Court? Hello? And if the Supreme Court says Peter Obi did not win, or they cancel some votes, and they know how they do their midnight witch meeting, and then the next day we now hear the Supreme Court will just give us something they will not explain, is unexplainable by every standard, and then we have to accept it. There's something Mr. Obi said. I want to you finalize this because I don't want to take time, so that because there are other things to discuss. Mr. Obi says Nigerians choose to accept rubbish, and it's true. And I'm going to continue that statement. We accept rubbish because we reduce ourselves and because we do not have a standard. We do not have a standard, a set standard of who we want to govern us. We do not have a standard because many of our decisions are controlled by tribe, religious affiliation, business affiliation, political affiliation, family affiliation, and maybe at some point children affiliation, so it's very, very sad. We do not have standards. If you ask an average person now, like, what is your standard in picking a leader? He might tell you, oh, must be a good leader, must be honest, God-fearing, blah, blah, blah. And when this same person that they picked based on their own standard, starts to govern them, and another person who has more money and probably who is an in-law or same tribe, they will switch. They will forget the standard that they spoke to you about and pick that person because they have no standard. That's why we accept rubbish. You see, when they took out the fuel subsidy, Nigerians and even the telecommunication and tariff have gone high. Nigerians are still thriving. They're still surviving. They're still going to parties. Mr. Elvis will say, they're still in bars, drinking 33 10 and pressing blow blow. They're still going on like nothing happened. We see what's happening in Benue State. People are being pied and life is still going on. Nigerians have no standard. There's some countries that the government will remove the subsidy on bread, just bread mixed with flour, and everywhere is in a hoo-ha, and the government will quickly fix things back. Nigerians, we have no standard, and even if fuel is 5,000 naira per liter, Nigerians with no standard will still go on like nothing happened. Even if the tariffs on telecommunications in Nigeria goes up 500%, Nigerians will still make calls. Nigeria will still be downloading. Nothing will happen. They will not put nothing because they have no standard. They've accepted whatever the whatever administration that comes into play gives them. They take it wholeheartedly and they move on. They might huff and puff, but they will still move on. That is the Nigerian standard. So we need to reevaluate ourselves as a people or as a nation if we want to be if we want to define ourselves as being nationalistic. We need to redefine ourselves and what is your standard and stick to that standard. Stick to that standard, because many people have a problem of sticking to their standard because a lot of things can influence them deviating from their standard. All the countries where we all live in today, whether you like it or not, whether the country have their own ways, at least you can say 80% of the citizens stick to their standards. And that's why their leaders can't misbehave. The institution sticks to their standard. The judiciary sticks to their standard. The executive sticks to their standard. Yes. And the legislative, they also stick to their standard because they know they cannot mess up. But us, in Nigeria, I don't want to use Africa. In Nigeria, we do not have standard of what a leader is and stick to that standard. It's very unfortunate. Mr. Elvis, I'll stop for here now. Let the next person speak. Thank you very much.
All right, Mother Rita, thank you so much for that submission. God bless you. Let me move on to Mother Patricia. Mother Patricia, it's good to hear from you. Good evening to you, ma'am. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening to Mommy Diaspora. Good evening, viewers from wherever you're watching us from. Good morning, good afternoon. It's great to be here again to lend my voice. Please, before we go, press the like, push on the like button, and the share one, of course. Then the dollar sign is also very important. Let's appreciate Mr. Ellis. Thank you, and thank you, Madam Rita, and Mr. I think that's Mr. Jonathan. Good evening again. Special greetings to you people. Let me stand on the yeah. I'm very happy that at least Madam Rita is now seeing what people like me have been seeing or saying. You know that this whole thing can never work. Can never work. It can never work. It has not worked for over many years now. Is it now it's going to work? It will never work. We are just beating around the bush until we tell ourselves the truth. Which truth now we are beginning to tell ourselves gradually, and I'm glad about that. Yes, Nigeria cannot be governed by subjects. You know, before this, before the amalgamation, or before even the white people came, every ethnic group has a way they normally govern themselves, and they were peace. We had peace with one another. We didn't have all this criminality that is going on today. You know, we were self-sufficient. Nobody was living their best lives before they came and distorted our trajectory. And some people have decided that the new one they're giving them is their birthright, and they want everybody to go down the drain with them. So I'm glad that many of us are realizing it. People have been preaching one Nigeria. I think many of them are also saying now they can see that this one Nigeria thing is not going to work. Yes, and I think that it's high time that we begin to really be serious about what we want. I've always knew what I wanted right from I was maybe 13, 15 years. Yes, I knew that Nigeria matter was like oil and water, can never be missed. Even when you try to put it together by reason of forcing the oil to mix with the water by motion. Yes, after when they settle down, they will still separate. So that's where it is. I will want to say again that I was here. People were fighting me, cursing themselves, not with me, because they are I'm blessed. You know, I said, look, it's better right from beginning. I think I was saying it very early, and some other people said it too. And Mr. Obi should go and start his own party. Should start his own party before all this, even the lately shenanigan that is coming out, all the trouble and all. I said he should go and start his own party, because somebody that had over 6 million votes, you know, and that was 2023. With all the things that now we are seeing, what happened, everything that happened, I believe he stand on his own foot. He will get more in the coming election. But they said, no, you should stay there, you should do this. He's a good leader. He can, he has to make sure that he bring a lower party to order. The order is what we are seeing now. So I'm just here wagging my head left and right and saying that, no, I don't think it's not about having a very big mouth or having to speak loudest, that we know that you have foresight. It's not about that. You see, this is about not having foresight, not being able to see what is in the future. That's what is causing all this now. All these steps of, I would say, desperation, because In every rumor, there is some elements of truth. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. Nobody should come here and be telling me that they don't believe that or whatever. Yeah, but it will still come again, and we'll still find out again that yes, everything that was said is truth, because they didn't debunk that they are not in that negotiation based on the sort of the press release that they said they released. You know, it was not debunked. It was only that one say that they've not concluded anything, but in every rumor, like I said again, there's an element of truth. So let's wait and see whether this is not the situation. You know, for me, as I would say, Atiku is not fit to be the president of Nigeria. He should go and rest. It's not a do and die thing. Even if he has told himself he must become a president of Nigeria, I will boldly say that he will never become the president of Nigeria. He's had his position, which is the vice, and that's where his own God-given destiny has ended. All this one is doing, trying to cajole people and trying to, frustrate people. It will never work. We can say Wike is bad, Wike is bad, Wike is bad, but you cannot move the goalpost in the middle of the game. You can't. You can't. You cannot move the goalpost in the middle of the game. If we agree that this is how we are running our thing, yeah, then suddenly when we start to do what we're supposed to do, then somebody come and try to change the game. Who will agree to that? Yes, people can fault Wike as much as they want to fault him. But when I look deeply into why Wike is reacting the way he's reacting, I think I will give it to him. That is standing strong and saying, listen, I'm a man of principle, and I'm a man of principle and integrity for that matter as well. Yes. He's fighting for what he believes is the right thing. You are not saying it's time of the South, and you say you want to feature as the candidate, and the certain one should be your vice. Okay, look at this now again. It's not the same thing. If this is me, I'm sure this is true. I'm very sure this news today is true. All the defection that we, defection that we have in Delta states and other places. So is it not because of this Atiku people are defecting from the PDP? Because Atiku is not willing to step down. He's not willing to leave the stage when what they call it, the what's it called, when the sharing up of audition or whatever is loud. He wants to be disgraced out of it. That's what he wants. Because I don't know what more confusion does he want to cause before he will know that this is not the way to go. He's forming a coalition only because PDP has said they will not give him a ticket. So he knows that. So he's trying to now form this coalition. And who is foolish enough to follow him? Who? Who will be foolish enough to follow him? So for me, what I'm saying, the thing, Obi has missed the chance. He has missed it. I can tell you he has missed it. He has missed it. It's gone. Otilo. It's gone. Who doesn't like it can go and jump from the balcony. It's gone. Why? When it was the time for him to do the needful, to establish his own party and move the gains he got in the 2023 election, and move them, transfer them to the new party that he is establishing, he refused to do so. He refused to do so. Now you have Atiku to detect for him. It's either you become my vice or you'll be nothing. And that's what it is. The so-called website they said they established, like somebody asked, I don't know about, I don't think who has anybody registered, because I couldn't see any link for anyone to register. Madam Rita spoke about it too. Did you register, Madam Rita? I would like to know, because I didn't see any link for me to register. I mean, it was said that they will update us further, and ever since I've not said anything before this news now. So it's so sad that things like this is happening to us Nigerians, because it is the Nigerian people, the common Nigerians, that will suffer, not these people. You can see that they are all working together as one. So Nigerians, you are the one to determine how you want to, move forward, which direction you want to go. Because if we leave these people there, I can tell you nothing will come out of it. It's time we dissolve this so-called democracy, because it's not government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It is not. It's government by these people, for these people, and for these people. That's what it is. And the earlier we say no to this, and let us dissolve this criminality called Nigeria, and let everybody dissolve to their little what they call it, tribes, and let them govern them. Whatever we are getting in our own region, in our own tribe, the area that we have, will be enough for us to move on. Look at Denmark. It's only how many million people? How many million is Denmark? I live here. How many million is Belgium? How many million is Switzerland? How many are they? How many million is what do you call it? Norway, Finland, Iceland. How many millions are they? How many? They are not up to 10 million in each of these countries, and they are doing very well, very well. Those states, how many million are they? Delta state, how many million? What are we talking about? Must we be one? We must not be one. We can be neighbors, good neighbors, and everybody taking care of his home and family. That's what we want to see. Not these few criminals coming together and suppressing every other person, putting on Nigeria's into poverty. That's not what we want to see in 2027. So please, I don't believe in this democracy. And the earlier we say no to it, the better for us all. And I don't see any reason why they are even still going on election. Just imagine, they are all complicit. They are complicit. They are going on election where they know already that they don't have any whatsoever control over the INEC chairman. Even the process. They don't even have any control over the process. And you are telling me you are planning to go to election. On whose blood that you people want to take this time? Because you are not calling for electoral reform, nothing like that.
Thank you, Madam Patricia.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your submission. Let's hear from the last person on the panel, Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. I greet you once again. How are you doing today?
Very good. Very good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. I greet you. God bless you for the good work you are doing. I greet fellow panelists, Mama, Madam Patricia, Madam Rita. I greet you both. God bless you greatly. And Mommy Diaspora, welcome once again. I greet you. God bless you abundantly. And all the commenters and all the callers. God bless you all greatly. Welcome. You see, nothing much to say other than just to state the fact. And the fact is very, very simple. And I believe Madam Rita pointed it out in expressly. There is no there is nothing, as far as I'm concerned, with the way things works in Nigeria and the Nigerian political system. There is nothing like coalition. When you hear something like that, I mean coalition in the sense that Mr. Peter Obi coming to join Atiku Abubakar to become the vice president. Normally, that kind of a news should be discussed, should not even, in a normal climate, they will not even attempt to bring it out. But the case of Nigeria is see finish. It is see finish. They know that they cannot put things, they cannot, make rational conclusions. And they cannot even, they are very forgetful, first of all. And they cannot make rational conclusions. This is it. A man contested in 2023. As the Nigerian media want us to believe, they characterize it as a close thought. Some of them will say distance thought. It is not distance thought. Very close election, which in the actual sense of it, he won the election. He gathered 6.1 million votes approximately. Now here we have, because it is very good. Nigerians are very forgetful and they play see finish. It is just see finish, as I said. So you need to, bring it to context and let them, you got to do that, because we don't have any other choice. If that is what we have to do, we just have to do it. We got to bring them back. Understand what has happened and what is happening right now. This is Mr. Peter Obi, 2023 presidential candidate. Came third as per Nigerian standard with 6.1 million votes. Presently, one of the most, if not the most popular politician in Nigeria. If elections were to be held in Nigeria today, Mr. Peter Obi will most likely, in fact, with all certainty, a clean and clear election, he will win the election. So when you know all of this, which are facts, which are based on tangibles, things that you can, facts and figures that you can see, that you know, and then he will now turn around and say, I want to be vice president to another candidate. It doesn't add up. When you see the people that are messing the brains of Nigeria up, you will cry for yourself. Honestly speaking, is it not the Nigerian media? These small boys, 27, 32, 30, some of them, and those that are even old enough, they have brown envelope head. What they call brown envelope head. That's what they have. They cannot, they can't reason. These are the people that are messing the brains of Nigerians, messing it up. Just want to feel the sentiment of the people. It's a lie. If I see a press statement from Mr. Peter Obi, signed by Mr. Peter Obi comes out and make a public statement or gives an interview or a word conference, whatever they want to call it. And he said, it's now moving, it's now joining. And such interview will be Mr. Atiku side by side with him. Because if he dares to do that, he will have ridiculed. That will be the end of his political career, relevancy. That will be the end of his relevancy in Nigeria. It is better for him to say, okay, I'm not contesting again the way things are. I'm moving on. I'm stepping aside. It is not a do or die affair for me to be president of Nigeria. I just want to see Nigeria work. That statement is very, very potent.
That statement alone, Mr. Peter Obi, he knows himself. That line alone, if from that 6.1 million, that line alone give him 3 million votes. That line alone, Mr. Peter Obi gathered 3 million votes because of that alone. Forget about every other thing. I'm not desperate to be the president of Nigeria. I just want to see Nigeria work. That alone gives him 3 million votes. Then now takes that out. Then 3 million is off the table for you, as fast as the speed of light. That is the end of your relevancy your relevancy in politics. You may still want to be there, you still campaigning, you still want to be red, but you will hold no relevancy anymore. And I believe that Mr. Peter Obi is a smart man, a very smart one for that matter. He has put all this into calculation. He will not do that. The best bet for him will even if that will be the last option for him, he would rather say, okay, you know what, you people can go ahead and do your stuff. It cannot be. It is just the Nigerian way. You know, they've done this so many, they always bring out news just to gauge the sentiment of people. You know the thing, you know what they are missing most? The crooked Nigerian politicians. You know what is killing them? The obedient. And whatever it takes, they want to penetrate and get a chunk of it, a piece of, even if it is. These are strategies. These are just strategies. One, if we cannot divide them and split them into pieces, let's get a chunk of it, 10, 15, 20% of it on our side. And if that is impossible, which is the race they have been running since 2023, and it's becoming clear that it's not going to happen. So the next is to let's split them. Let's take a piece of a hammer and eat them and break them into pieces. Let them everybody just disperse. That's the strategy. Nigerian politics, as crooked as they are, you can always know. You know their next move. That is, if you are into Nigerian politics and you follow it, you will always know their next move. Which is what most Nigerians just doesn't get. They don't know that. So for me, I don't see any real coalition happening between Mr. Peter Obi and Mr. Atiku Abubakar. It's not going to happen. Let me just say it bluntly, say it expressly. It's not going to happen. They can say all they want. They can play all the politics they want. It's not going to happen. Mr. Peter Obi cannot do that. He has gone too far. He has gone too far to take that step, to take that backward step. He can't do it. So it is just a waste of time. So wasting our time, wasting the time of, Nigerians, just to keep them busy, to gauge their sentiment, to get a feel whether it is something that they will buy into. Can't happen. And again, on which party are we even? The thing does not see. When I saw this, I just said, it doesn't make any sense. There are things that we are just we are more than that. We shouldn't even be. It's too childish. It's ludicrous. You can't even go there. Okay, which political party? Is it PDP? You have to ask yourself some salient questions, first of all. I think, which political party? The present PDP, that's where Mr. Peter Obi will go and now say that he will be carrying flag. I don't understand, though. I just don't understand how that will happen how Mr. Peter Obi will take that step. It's a crooked Nigerian media. They pay them. It's brown envelope. When you see brown envelope journalism, you know them. This is brown envelope journalism. They just paid someone, let them go there, put it out. put it out in Punch newspaper or Vanguard newspaper. There are media houses that they can't really penetrate so deep. They can't really go there. And one of them is This Day. It's still possible. They can still get This Day too to report that this kind of below the belt news. They can still get This Day, but it's not their. This Day is not in their top list. They can get Punch. They can get the likes of Punch, the likes of Vanguard. They can get them to report this kind of news. And they know that the Nigerians will start carrying it all over the space. And then I saw the report of Mr. Tinubu in the Vatican, putting on, wearing suits, looking agile and smart, good optics for him, And I saw him with Mr. Peter Obi. They stood side by side. What is happening now in Nigerian politics? You can see Mr. Tinubu. When we say Mr. Tinubu is a if you say he's a political strategist or a political genius, some people might take fault at it. But the man is very calculated. Very, very calculated, and he knows exactly what he's doing. If anything, Mr. Tinubu in 2027, if things stands the way they are right now, as it is right now, Mr. Tinubu will have his way. I hope that will not happen, but if it remains like this, the way it is right now, Mr. Tinubu will have his way. It is now left for Mr. Peter Obi. I've said it, I will say it again. Finally, I will say it again. Mr. Peter Obi, there is still time. There is still time. Between now and the end of 2025, there is still time. Because the rigging of 2027 is already on. We must continue to put this out there every day. Because they believe that Nigerians are not smart, so they can shovel all these things down their throat. The rigging for 2027 is already on. Make no mistake about that. So thank you, Mr. Elvis. But let me just again call on Mr. Peter Obi. Mr. Peter Obi, you still have time to turn things around. You got to do the needful. You got to get out of Labour Party. Get out of Labour Party as fast as you can. Time is not on your side. Each and every day, you are making it worse and worse and worse. This is I don't know those that are advising you. I don't know your political strategies. No man is an island. You are a politician. You are a wise man. You are a smart man. But you have people around you. I don't understand the people that are advising you. I just don't get them.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Elvis. I'll leave it there for now. Thanks.
All right. Before I call on press colleagues, I'd like us to listen to Peter Obi here 1 minute quickly.
We saw the photograph of yourself and the president. Of course, online people thought that otherwise maybe they expected that you and the president are fighting. But there you go to him and the things, there is this...
I and the president is not fighting.
Okay.
I'm not fighting anybody.
Yes.
My fight is against bad governance, against hunger, against poverty, against out-of-school children, against people not having health services. This country have less than 10% insurance care, health insurance, should be 100%. These teachers teaching here should be paid by government because it's universal basic education. The law says here that our children should go to school free. So what my Lord is doing is helping government. Government should help him. Okay, that's what I did in Anambra State. I'm in coalition against hunger, in coalition against poverty, in coalition against good health. Politics for me is not about position. It is about doing the right thing.
But is that a report true, sir?
Whatever you make of it, I can tell you, I, Peter, have told you where I stand. I just came back this morning. I didn't go talk about politics. I'm talking about the education of these children. You don't deal with politicians. I don't fight. I'm not talking about position. In this country, we talk about politics and abandon what we should be talking about. What we should be talking about is how are we going to educate these children.
Okay, that's Peter Obi. Some of the questions were thrown to him. You know,
Yeah.
you said what?
Mr. Elvis, does that look like a man who wants to get into a coalition? Does that statement from start to finish sounds like a man who is ready to go and be the vice president and render himself redundant and end his political career? Does that sound like, does it even appear, or even in what way? It doesn't add up.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Oga Prince Collins, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us, 8 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, very clear.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My panelists, I greet you all. My brothers and sisters in the comment section, I celebrate you. Mommy Diaspora, God bless you for being there all the time. And those that are watching us from afar and near, congratulations to you all. Yeah, for me, I will come out this way. You know, from the statements, from the submission Peter Obi just gave. Before I forget, for the submission Peter Obi gave in that video, it shows an element of complacent. He didn't give the direct answer, so he would have said no or yes. So I would say that he's not. His statement is not clear. There might be something like that going on. That is why he was not confident enough to say no, because he asked him 3 times. He said he didn't come there to discuss politics. What is he discussing? Is he discussing how to take my grandfather to hospital? He should tell them if he's going to form a coalition or not. The followers want to hear what they need to hear. You can't tell them what you want to say. In politics, you have to tell the followers what they need to hear. The journalist that asked that question is not a fool. So he should have just answered it. So that is what I've seen in that. So if Peter Obi at this moment is still running up and down to form coalition with anybody, I just feel I just add it to those that are in Nigeria just to be relevant in our political environment, because it's going to be useless. In the first place, what party is he going to be running? Is he going to be running on what platform? Are they forming a new political party? You know, or is he going to run under the PDP, all the PDP governors, each state that are running to APC right now, en masse? When people are decamping en masse, is he going to run under that same people? Or is it Fubara that's going to support him? Or is he going to run under the Labour Party that God used him to give those people platform to win, and they won, and they all went straight to decamp to APC? There's a mass decamping to APC right now. That shows that there is evidence that the Southerners are not going to allow the Northerners to come out in any way. The political atmosphere is very clear, except you don't reason along with the way Nigerian politics is going. It's very clear that the Southerners, they are not giving any chance to make sure that a Northerner comes in. It must be 8 years. That's what they do. Zoning is still there. We can't stop it until we are able to stop it. The principles of zoning is still adopted, so no one is going to change it. So if Peter Obi at this moment decide to go and run under Atiku, I don't know. It's allegedly, but from his body language, it shows that there's an element of truth, because it's not telling us what we need to hear. We are not children. If it's not going to form a coalition, he should tell us straight away. And the Peter Obi that I know, he will tell you straight away, no, I don't have a coalition with anybody. It's a simple word. Is he afraid to say it? I will start beating around the bush. Many of us are politically inclined, so he can't say we are waiting for him to declare that. And I just pity for him if he's going that way. Because the Northern cannot win 2027. There's nothing that will make it happen. That's Nigeria for you. It's 8 years. Even if this man dies today, if Abado died today, they will simply start to come and rule. If Abado died today and what's his vice comes in, he will only finish this tenure. The next tenure they will push him away. These are Nigerian politicians. They only know how to put themselves together. They don't care about you, about me and you. They care about themselves. That 8 years must be completed. If not, there will be issue. What is the thing that brought down PDP today? Is it not because Atiku was greedy and he refused to yield to zoning that have destroyed PDP to relax today? That's what brought down PDP today. PDP is gone today. It's because of Atiku's selfish interest. Because he refused to listen to the fact that the elders have said zoning is paramount. He played with it and he toyed with it and he's paying for it. So where is Atiku going? I beg, he made a throw all these politics where they play. They're foolish people they talk to. Electoral amendment must be done. Without electoral amendment, nothing is going to happen. Tinubu is coming to 2027. Whether you vote or vote, whether you vote or not, whatever that is going to happen will still happen. You're going to see it. It's going to be mass decamping to APC. They are going to make sure Tinubu, they will take all this. First of all, they are going to reward the certain governors and say, okay, for the Northern not to come and you see what happened in Delta State. That's a clear evidence that what is going to happen is going to happen. You see how Rivers is going right now. Edo has already joined them. So which part are we talking about? Then is in the news right now that not east, I mean not west. I don't know. I've said Tinubu is return on opposite 2027. So where's Peter Obi and Atiku going? Atiku should go and relax. Atiku should start destroying people's destiny. I don't know what that man is looking for. Atiku is a problem in Nigeria political atmosphere. Until we begin to see it, and I don't know. Nigerians, in fact, Nigerian politicians, they look for those that will come and spend the money, then they will just pocket their money and go away. Atiku is very, very irrelevant right now. Until the end of 2031. You shouldn't be thinking of coming in. Nothing will change, will make Tinubu to go out of that place. Nothing will change it. Only death that will take him away. If not death, Tinubu is going to be dead. So Peter Obi should be talking about electoral amendment right now. He should be fighting for that. If he's using all his strength to fight for electoral amendment, people will support him. He must not be governor. If he really wants the state the nation to work, as he said, he should support electoral amendment because that's the problem that we have. It is the electoral amendment that is giving opportunity to judiciary to do the nonsense that they are doing. It is the same electoral amendment that is giving opportunity to politicians to manipulate the electoral system against the will of the people. It is the same electoral amendment that is causing politicians to misbehave up and down to be PDP tomorrow, next tomorrow they are in APC, the other day they are Labour. It is because of this amendment that they need to amend. If they amend all these things will take shape. You cannot do the same thing continuously and want to see a change. For you to see physical change, you have to change your narrative and the way you approach issue. There's nothing, no prayer, nothing that will make Nigeria work except we have to do the right thing. The laws must be amended. The electoral amendment must be taken care of. People should join that crusade and let it work. The only thing that I'm seeing politically in the near future is that it's too early for the whole of them to start going to APC right now, because the time will come because of the political power struggle. APC is going to pieces. It's going to kind of go just tear into two. May I use that pigeon into 2 or 3? APC go tear, and then if APC tear because of power struggle, then I will conflict form coalition. So if Obi know what he's doing now, he should stay calm. Just stay calm until the end of 2026, because certain things in fact, serious issues are going to take place in APC in the near future, because the world of them are going en masse. They cannot satisfy. Those people are already there. People have been in APC for a long time, and you see power drunkards coming from PDP as governors and as members of Senate and members of reps and all that, coming to their constituency to come and oppress those that are already there on ground, especially those states that was not originally owned by APC. It's already happening with data. Some people are not disagree with the present chief executive governor, because they are not in line. They've been on ground. You cannot come and meet me because you have the power of incumbency. You want to oppress me and take everything from me because I'll be working. So those are the kind of things that will happen in the near future, and they will break into two. Many of them will be looking for credible candidates. So we should just relax right now and see what's going to happen instead of following Atiku up and down. Atiku is a failure. Atiku is going to give him bad name. I beg. The matter. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I just came here to say all this kind of things. It's very annoying. Nigerian politician, Obi should be very careful. If not, they're going to destroy his political career. It's going to be very, very irrelevant as soon as possible if he's not careful. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
All right, thank you very much, Prince Collins, for your submission. I can see on the comment section some of you are attacking him, Black Panther and co. Why can't you just let people free and express themselves? You know, give your submission and let others give their submission. Let people be free. If you carry Ukoki, put somebody for your head, doesn't mean everybody have to satanically or synthetically do the same. Let people question their leaders, please.
Oh, Mr. Abby, let them say what they want to say. They can say what they want to say because they are falling in love with politics. You are falling in love with politicians. I don't fall in love with politicians. I fall in love with the system, the nation. I fall in love with Nigeria, not anybody. So if Obi decide to do what is not right, I'll let him know. I love Obi because I check his credibility and I saw it was nice. So people can say whatever they want.
You people, the biggest problem we have with Obidient, now I talk this morning, when it comes to our own common question like this, some of una want dig ground enter, and I don't know why. They ask Peter Obi question, he not say yes, he not say no. So everybody will your align, okay, we'll leave it like that. Let people question him. So I don't understand you sometimes. Don't be like say you love me now. Nigeria was, I love you. You are too nice. You are too deep. Tomorrow people are questioning me, and I'm not answering you. I still say you love me like that. Nobody is accusing him now. At least what there should be debunking now from the press conference or press note that came out earlier on is that Obi have never traveled. According to how they allege that he went there January to have a meeting of this thing. They should have put that on that letter now. That Obi did not travel to meet Atiku in January in London to discuss something like this. Una go let this hit una first before we call the react. Any other people take react for this one. Allow people be. Let people react how they like. The reaction is what making them putting their cars on reverse. Whatever that they wanted to take or to do or decision they wanted to embrace, when they see your reaction, they cannot dare. When people react now, they carry head, go left and right. I don't understand. If now Tinubu now they advise that person want to give submission, no matter bias get to be honest. I wish the sooner you guys know that reactions stop people from taking some kind of decisions that will affect your future, it will be better for you. This synthetic bias obedient, me, I don't understand it. People, they give submission and they tackle them. Let them be. If you don't talk on air like this, they will take decisions that will affect not just you, but your children's future. Think we should fold our hands to allow Atiku to rule over us all these years, everybody be walking left and right? Or can't you see, or some of us blind, to know that Atiku is so desperate to become a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? When you hear rumors like this, you quickly have to come out. Both the press release of letter, both Peter Obi response, none of them is telling us say lie or truth. They are just saying, no, not be so it happen. This is what Peter Obi is fighting for. Now that one had the letter talk. Now that one Peter Obi still talk. I'm fighting for this, I'm fighting for that. The main question is still not yet answered. So we need to now do fasting and prayer. Make that question not come to reality. Simple. not to gag people how to speak. Yeah, I don't get you guys sometimes, to be honest. No matter, especially Obidient. 90% of Obidient, they are all biased. Let's be honest. And they are attackers. They are attackers like dog. They will attack, they will praise you for 99 days. The remaining 1 day to make you 100 days. If you do anything wrong, they will forget your 99 days and lambast you on that remaining 1 day. Is that not satanic? I'd like us to move on. Mr. Oduwa, please talk to us. I'm going to to you. You have the floor. 8 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Good evening, Mom in Diaspora. Good evening, the commenters, the listeners, and the viewers, and the passerby. God bless you all. According to the topic, Obi and Atiku coalition, well, hope for Tinubu 2027, hope for Nigeria. Well, we bless God. Coalition is good, as I used to say. Coalition is good. Whoever that want to collate with us, no problem. But let him be Peter Obi is the president, then other people followed. Not other people lead, then they say Peter Obi come and be vice or come and be for. No, that is not what we want. Anybody that wants to say, okay, Peter Obi, we see your movement, we know this kind of thing, and our party can win. But let them present Obi as the president. So if they refuse to do that, that is, they don't want to win the election from Tinubu, and that is they want to keep Peter Obi's career. So that is only what I see in all these coalitions that they are talking about. Well, we forgot that Peter Obi said the other time that he's not in any coalition with any party. So when people are just saying, well, at least there was a video he said he's not in any coalition. So, but in other hand, with the kind of criminality that criminals that occupy positions that are using criminality on Nigerians, I request for coalition. I personally request for coalition. And for those who are saying about coalition, for him to come to a party that he did not register is coalition. Because any party that he did not register, people are there before. You have to collate with those people to see if whether we have victory or those people will have victory. So the only place that he will not collate, that means must be his own party. And that is what I have been saying since then, that Peter Obi, the moment, not before Abure, I said this thing. I started when I saw that this man that we are calling that we are saying is the owner of the party before Abure time. With a papa be whatever. I said Peter Obi, people that are educated said no, it should remain there. It will be the one to settle it. It will be the one to do it. I said no. If you are a tenant or house, you are expected to have key to it, because the landlord said, I don't need you. You will go to another one. But people see me and said, no, this one that doesn't talk English or doesn't know how to speak English, because I can only talk English. It's not my language. So that kind of one doesn't have any idea to put before us. That is it. Well, Peter Obi, if anybody said come and collate with us so that we can win, is good, but the agreement is you will be the president, the person, you will be the leader, while the rest will follow. Because if we have leader, Nigeria will be better. What we have are rulers, whether Buhari, whether Obasanjo, whether Tinubu, all of them that have lead, that they call leader. I have never seen leader, whether Babangida, they are all rulers. That is why the country is like this. I have seen the atom of leading in you. So that is why I'm clapping along with you, agitating for you, because I see the atom of leadership in you. Then what I have to say, that Igbo man who always agitate for Atiku, how much did Atiku give to him? Or because he said Atiku is their in-law that time, does that mean that a person came to marry your sister or marry your daughter, then you will not be belittling another person? Mr. Najawo, you thought he's singing another voice. No, he did not sing voice for Peter Obi. This man doesn't really like Peter Obi at all. He said Peter Obi, when we are talking of good one, he first said nobody. Later he said Peter Obi. But did you see the way he downgraded Peter Obi, that he must work with Atiku? So he have to be the Atiku. Atiku has a mission, what he have never complete, that he need to come and complete. That Peter Obi cannot do that. That man feel belittle Peter Obi, and of which they will fail. Because if Atiku want to work with Peter Obi, it's good, because Atiku have a vote in the north. Peter Obi will have in the south. But let the Peter Obi vote will be the one to lead, not Atiku vote to be the one to lead. So this man, they should go and tell him that he should leave Peter Obi alone. He should leave Peter Obi on the west. Tinubu people are fighting Peter Obi. Him is fighting Peter Obi for Atiku. So we don't really know what Peter Obi did to him, whether it was among those people that Peter Obi did not allow him to be coming to governor house in Anambra State. That is the pain that is always have upon Peter Obi. Work with Atiku. You must work with Atiku. If not that, Peter Obi should just go and rest. That man, please, he should enter house. If you don't see any other thing to do, you should go and be playing draft or Ludo or Gidise. So that is what I have to tell the man. So we work with coalition, as our brother said, Conquest said, they are still negotiating. So they let them negotiate for good. Then they'll put Peter Obi to be the head, so that we will follow. Thank you, Mr. Najawas. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Odowa. As for the man you are talking about, I never said he's supporting Peter Obi. I said we have another twist here. Obviously, that man changed his thoughts and he stands for Peter Obi within 2 weeks. For him to be saying he must work with Atiku, obviously that should be rebuked. Let me make this clear for everybody. For any kind of coalition, I don't have any issue with that. They want to collate, even Peter Obi want to collate with APC. I don't have issue with that, as long as Peter Obi will be the presidential candidate. My concern here is that demoting Peter Obi to become your vice is unacceptable.
Exactly. God bless you, Najawas.
I'm not interested. If now fake news or new rule or new news or real news, I'm not interested. Any coalition we are watching, let Peter Obi take the lead. So somebody can come and say he must be a vice to you. To who now? To who? What tell you say will they follow you? The best way will they follow you want the motor to become your vice. How? Now say make we quiet, make it fair up fair before we talk.
More they listen.
The most annoying part of it, that's what some people display on social media. No, when I calm down, when I trust, say this are not going to happen, no, you're talking, no, you're discussing. For you? You think that they fear you for inside or your voice on social media? When did they talk for your living room, for your kitchen? You think that they hear them? May fair apple first. Abdul Malik, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us. Good evening to you. 8 minutes.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Nigeria Watch. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Good evening, Nigeria. Peter Obi want to correlation with Atiku.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I know. You see, for me, there is nothing bad with that, but my problem is this. Even though Peter Obi want to do correlation with any other person, he need to be the head. He need to be the president, because currently, this APC currently, without correlation, you cannot remove those people in power. Yeah, you need to hold ground in the country, all the region in the country. You need to be strong. Without that, you can't remove them in the power. If you go back the 2015, before they removed Jonathan, there was AD, right? AD and some other party, they coordinate to form APC. That is how they removed Jonathan in power. Yeah, that is the power of coordination. Is good. But my problem is let Peter Obi be the head. Let it be the head, the president, not the vice. And I believe we will not accept vice. Because when he accepts vice, it's like the political career is dead already. Yeah, he is dead. Let it be the head of the party, not vice. Because when he be the head, Nigeria will get it through. But if he be the vice, there is no vice, no level. You understand? Coalition is very good to remove those people in power, because without that, you can't remove those APC currently in power. You can't. Yes, you cannot remove them. But I believe such thing like this happened before, like last 3 months or last 4 months, when Peter Obi visited Atiku in his hometown. The video was rapid everywhere. Because most of those social media in Nigeria now don't understand the way they carry, some of them carry fake news. Yeah, for me, because I don't believe them anymore, most of them. I see something like that, I heard something like that before that Peter Obi want to be vice president to Atiku. Almost last 3 months or last 4 months. But now it come up again, understand? But I support correlation, but not for him to be the vice. Let him be the president of the correlation. That will be better. Yeah, because Nigeria, this APC today, without correlation, you cannot remove them. Look at how other parties now, they are destroying other party just because they want Nigeria to be a one-party system. Yeah, they have strategies, all strategies to ring ahead 2027 election. They have all the strategy now. They are mapping everywhere. That is their plan, because they don't even care for Nigeria, how people survive in the country. Their problem is ahead of 2027 election. They are planning ahead. You see, Nigeria we are living today is like the country. When somebody do wrong thing, you need to say it. You hear what Oraka say, right? If you don't like Peter Obi, which is I said it yesterday, somebody like Peter Obi who does not have any corrupt something that attached with him. Such man, why can you hate such man? Or why can't you vote for such man? If I may ask. Because if this man come to power, he will try to do his best. Just like something like VDN too. Because he's trying to speak the truth. No matter where you come from, you fight for the people, for the masses. If you don't like such people, it's like something, check yourself. But it's good to question somebody, even nobody is above questioning. But such people in Nigeria, if you don't like them currently for now, it's like you need to check yourself, no matter where you come from. We forget about religion, tribalism, all those things. That is where Nigeria, that is what keeps Nigeria backward today. That we don't even think about this. All those politicians, they are united, right? Look at House of Assembly. There is Muslim, there is Christian there. If they want to share money, they share between themselves. You will not hear, but when they come to you, they will divide you. Can't you think? Because they don't want you to be better. But between themselves, they unite. They are religion people, they're different religion there, but they are united. They share everything about themselves. But they come to you, they want to divide you with religion. You should reason that one. Nigerian people, they are easily to board. Some of them, majority, not even some, majority of them, because their brain is very, they have low IQ. Yes. You remember yourself, you will think yourself. Those people, they are united. Why can't you divide between their religion? But they unite. But if they come to vote, if you want to vote, they divide us. How? But they don't have that, they don't have it. They don't have that IQ. They are not aware. Look at what is happening today in Nigeria today. It's not normal, it's abnormal. There is nothing is moving, nothing is going on. After we are still dividing ourselves, can't you take 16 years? There is no improvement. Okay, why can't you come together to fix the country? Just as other countries do. India, their population is more than Nigeria, right? Even China, the same thing. We're almost 50th population in the world. Fifth, yes, so something like fifth. But why can't we do it? If we really want to come together. We have a long way to go. Unless we change this our mindset, because without that, we cannot go anywhere. Look at those people now, they cannot even talk about insecurity in the country. They are just planning ahead of 2027 election. Are they normal? Are they okay? People that they're supposed to be in jail because they are convict, most of them. But they are there, only people. How can the country move forward? Look at Natasha, and I see suspension, which is not supposed to be. Look at Fubara now. It's not supposed to be removed because it's unconstitutional, but it's removed because Nigeria, the law is not working. Our judiciary is collapsed. We have a long way to go. Thank you very much, Mr. Ivy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Malik. Yeah, nothing is normal in the country, but let me take this call.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us.
I just want to, put in this voice. Well, first and foremost, I think, except maybe if Peter Obi doing Gogoro or Kai Kai, whatever they call it, to accept to be a vice president to anybody. Otherwise, Peter Obi should know that anyone calling him to come and be a vice president wants to ride on his back. That he is the one Nigerians are glad for, not for any other person. Well, Abure also, I don't know whether he's waiting for God to come and plead with him to be a Nigerian and not be a destroyer. Otherwise, I don't see why Abure will want to allow the Labour Party to lose what Peter Obi is building up there with his group. Rather than join them, he wants to join Arabandi and the Apapa, who we are against him before. It's a shame on Abure. Finally, let me say this, Mr. Niger Watch. If Obi ventures into Atiku's vice presidency, I am number one to join you. Call me. Or immediately you announce it, you will see me behind you. I'm just promising you that. And whosoever knows me, that I know I can influence, we will see them with you. Obi will never join Atiku. I have said about the two different voice messages there to you. When you listen to them, you will hear what I said to you there. Obi has no business being the vice president to anybody now. Let him hold on to, what's his name? Ahmed Baba that he's been working with. Whatever coalition they say they want to do must be with two of them. Whatever party is accepting them to accept both of them to serve us. That is my contribution. That is my belief. Greet your mother and
Thank
God
you.
bless you all.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you very much. Yeah. You see, this is how a submission should be. If you know you genuinely love Peter Obi or you genuinely want him to be your leader, this is how a submission should be. If Peter Obi listen to this, our elderly mother called in now, for example, let's assume, say that meeting be really they go on. Rafi say Peter Obi will still continue. with that kind of decision. If you listen to this kind of submission, that somebody who have consecrated himself to support him just stated that Peter Obi cannot do it, but if he dare, this is what I will do. That's what submission is supposed to be. More than not let something they square before they act. All of you are doing it. We trust this, we trust that, we trust this. Have you forgotten that they are more closer to themselves than us? Yes, I'll repeat it. All politicians are closer to themselves than us. See the way Peter Obi and the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, laugh, shake their hand, gist. Now let me and you they far away, in case you don't know. Now let me and you they far away. We have to be careful. We trust Peter Obi, yes, but we need to, when something like this come out, okay, your wish man will not talk about them. More, you're saying, that one are fake, no need, let's talk about something else. For real? If it was to be like that, do you think that that press release that came out today from the Obidient from UNISA, who posted it on his platform, do you think they will release it? If you choose to be quiet and I choose to be quiet, do you think that press release will come out? Some of you on a matter, it be as it gets. Some of us are confused. We don't know what we want. We only just think that we know what we want. For real, we don't know what we want yet. Let's just be honest. I appreciate every one of you on the panel. I'd like us to have our final submission to 2 minutes. Madam Rita, please, your 2 minutes. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Office. Mr. Office, you sound irritated, but take it easy. We need to encourage each other and understand where you're coming from. But however, people have their opinions and what they're free to react, the way they want to react. Because, like I said, in all of this, it's all a mind game that's being played out here. And there's a question I really wanted to ask. I don't know if but let me just put it out here. The registration for the Obidient movement, I don't know if it's a kind of pilot project just for them to see how many people have registered, if people really believe in Peter Obi, if people really understand the ideology. Maybe perhaps they're trying to collate all the numbers of people who registered, and then Peter Obi might end up, having a new political party. I think I've said this before, but I just have a feeling that there's something in the works, and that registration, they put it as registering for Obedient movement for a purpose. And I've just thought about it because they will not say Obedient political party or anything, because it'd be like anti-party activities. And the Labour Party want to use that as a yardstick to say, oh, Peter Obi has been expelled from the Labour Party. So they're being careful. So we also need to understand that Peter Obi is under the Labour Party. So he's also careful in making some certain decisions or creating associations or creating something that looks like a party. So that because the Labour parties and the APC, they're watching like a hawk. In any instances, Peter Obi does anything that looks like anti-party. But I have a feeling that perhaps before the year ends, Peter Obi might start a new political party. And this registration is just one yardstick to that new creation, to the new party that might be created. So, but anyway, irrespective of the fact that I do not believe that democracy is what is going to work for Nigeria, and I do not believe in 2027. It doesn't mean that maybe people are confused. It doesn't mean that I don't believe in Peter Obi. I respect that man, and I don't take it for granted, and I don't hold it lightly. But there's a lot of imbalances surrounding that man, and that is imbalances with people around him, and sometimes he can be ambiguous in what he says, and many people might not be as intelligent or assertive like many of us, towards Peter Obi. And that's why you cannot blame people that make certain statements against him, because everybody cannot be as intelligent or in-depth, like looking at what this man is trying to do. I believe in Peter Obi, but however, with the Nigerian system, I'm wondering, are Nigerians willing to really sacrifice themselves and stand for their mandate? If Peter Obi wins in 2027, would they allow these demonic forces of the APC and the man from Bodilon swindle those votes just like what they did? Are they willing to come out? That is the question, Mr. Elvis and Nigerians. We can see all these things, we can all register and we can vote, but are Nigerians really, really willing when push comes to shove, when the heat is really on, when it is seen that Peter Obi won overwhelmingly in 2027, and Nigerians willing to stand by their votes? Because this man from Babylon and all the entities, they're going to come against that. We know it. Let's not deny that fact. Are we willing to really sacrifice? Are the Nigerians, are the Obidient really willing to sacrifice and take their country? That is the fear there, and that is our reality. And is Peter Obi willing to stand with us and say, you know what? Nobody will cheat me and cheat Nigerians the second time. Is he willing to do that? For people to really believe that he was going to stand, Nigerians want to see more. Nigerians want to see more. Peter Obi, take it or leave it. Nigerians want to see more. It's not just about donating. We know you are a benevolent person. We need to see more of this is how you're going to react when 2027 push come to solve. We need to see more. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. Thanks for your time with us today and your wonderful submission. Thank you. Mr. Jonathan, sir, please, your 2 minutes.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, thank you once again. I greet everyone once again. Nothing much to say except for the fact that I believe that the way to look at it is very simple. It's not complicated. It's simple. It's direct. Mr. Peter Obi, from my own perspective, should not or cannot move to any other party, especially a coalition with Atiku Abubakar or Mr. Peter Obi playing the role of a vice president. It's not going to, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. And again, as I said earlier, Mr. Peter Obi is smarter than this. How will you square it? Even if you move to PDP or you stand together with Atiku Abubakar, you are not, the moment people that are saying that, oh, coalition is very important, he has to do it, and then see, it will be, all of us will not be different from the crooked politicians that are destroying Nigeria right now. Is it the Atiku that Mr. Peter Obi will now stand side by side and now say the same Atiku? On what ground? And people will say it is politics. No, that is not politics. That is desperation. It's not politics. Don't say that. People should stop it. I hear it every day. I've heard it here like 2-3 times today. Just come together, even if it is Atiku. No, it doesn't have to be Atiku. If it has to be Atiku, Mr. Peter Obi, move on with your life. You said you are not desperate. How do you want to? You will not be different from Daniel Bwala. You are just in the same. The day that happened, everything I'm saying as far as Daniel Bwala, Bayono, everything you enter that basket. That very moment, I come across that news and it's authentic and confirmed. I put Mr. Peter Obi. I'm saying it. People can say whatever they want to say. He enter into that same basket right away. You can't do that. We all want good Nigeria, not that because of that, then you have to go and now sit with the people that have ruined Nigeria. Because let's get there first of all, and then when we get there, then you cannot do. First of all, a vice president is a redundant position in Nigerian politics. You will not be efficient. In fact, they will render you useless. Your political career is over. So either way, you go with Atiku, that you want to be, the only option that is there, the only leverage that you have, the only piece of it that remains is that, okay, you are the president. Any other person is now the vice. Maybe, just maybe, you may still have words to say to defend it. It will still even be hard to defend. Even if you are president,
Atiku is vice president, or any Atiku is vice, or any other of these people, or El-Rufai is vice president, it will still, you will lose people. You will still lose people. You will still lose people. It will be a tough sell. It will still be a tough sell. Mr. Elvis, let's leave it there. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Prince Collins, please, your 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Elvis. You see, let me just briefly say this. You know, if it will be, I don't know, that cannot happen. Just as Mr. Jonathan submitted, it doesn't make any sense. If you become a vice candidate to Atiku, in whatever coalition, they'll just end up, keeping him, irrelevant. They'll just shadow his personality, and that's what they're trying to do. With Nigeria, we forget very soon. The last election, it was Peter Obi that won that election. It's not that he was struggling to come and fight for second position. Whatever. He won that election, outrightly.
And the satanically allocated 6 million for him.
Yeah.
If maybe they wanted to be fair, they will not get past 50 million for that election.
God bless you. He won that election clearly. He got everything. They satanically, allocated 6 million to him to, just to arrange him, so that he cannot be able to fight in use the judiciary to, make it difficult for him to use the judiciary to get his mandate back. So that was what they did. If we have forgotten that very soon, then we are not following up. Peter Obi won. He won slight. Even Lagos, everywhere he won. So if it was a free and fair election, he would have had like 16 million against what the rest of them were having. All those votes that they gave to Atiku was Peter Obi's vote. Half of the vote they gave to Tinubu was Peter Obi's vote. So what I will advise right now, usually if he's forming any coalition, especially what my sister Rita just said, if it is true that they are trying to form do obedient movement registration and they are working towards that, it's a very good development. So if that is true, you should continue with that, because whatever the PDP are doing right now, whatever APC is doing right now, trying to make sure that everybody from PDP, they are all going to APC or whatever, they are still going to disintegrate in no distance time. Just give them 12 months, they will disintegrate. So if Dabi have a stronghold on his own that is called that obedient, without struggling with anybody, following all this, especially Atiku that are no political reputation. It's very annoying for him for us to see him, struggling into that with Atiku, because he's going to destroy his career. So if he has that kind of background, he should just, because a time will come. That's this Nigerian politics. Let's go right to this day. A time will come. APC will disintegrate. Powerful people will leave that party, and they will be looking for where they are going to go, and they are all going to come to whatever party or whatever organization that Peter Obi is going to have, and form a coalition through there, headed by Peter Obi. If he's patient, he's going to have that. But for him to start forming coalition at this time, they are going to rob his credibility, personality, and capability. That's what I'm saying. He should just be patient and do whatever he's doing now. If he's ready to that is very, very good, because it will come. Because so that's what it is. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But I've been calling you since you did not answer me.
I just had you. I just had you now. Right. My voice was a bit like so low. Sorry for that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Oduwa, your 2 minutes.
And thank you, Mr. Nanjabush. You see, my people said it is the child that have sharp mouth do as what is planted close to the road. Because if not, you will have wait for the things to germinate so that you will see the leaf and know what was planted. I remembered in 2023 when Peter Obi even left PDP. they were still printing imposter in the note as Peter Obi vice to Atiku. So if any news come out of this way, Peter Obi under Atiku, it's not a new thing to us, because in 2023, Peter Obi have led PDP, but they were still in the note. They were still telling the northern people, "Oh, don't worry, Peter Obi." They were printing posters, putting Peter Obi with Atiku together. So Peter Obi have said he is not joining any. He have not entered any coalition. He said it for a video before, and even when they asked him this question, are you into coalition? He said, and if it is coalition, what coalition he will enter is coalition that will benefit Nigerians. So he did not say this is the person I'm entering coalition with, or this is not the person I'm entering. But even if he's entering any coalition, the coalition that will make people to live a better life, that will make hospital to function, that will make water to come, that will make good things to happen, that will make Nigeria to benefit what living souls supposed to be benefiting in their country. So for me, it doesn't matter. But what matters is, I've said that the coalition that will benefit Nigeria, and that is the same thing I support, that the coalition that will benefit Nigeria, that will enable people to have good road, that will enable to have a company of Nigeria working in Nigeria, not only Dangote, that will now occupy everywhere. So that is only me. Thank you, Mr. Nigerian. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Odua. Yes, obviously, coalition that will be beneficiary to Nigerians, that's what we are looking for. But at the end of the day, not for Peter Obi to demote himself to be a vice to anybody. I will never ever support that. And I believe Peter Obi will never agree to do so. Because whoever that will take over Peter Obi's spot would like to take advantage of Peter Obi's supporters. That's what they are trying to do. Yes. To be honest, anyhow Peter Obi want to run again 2027, let him find any means, one way or the other. Anyhow he knows, say he wants to do one. Let him still be the candidate, the presidential candidate, and let that Ahmed be the vice. Simple. May they forget all these things when they talk. So Atiku must work with her so that he will get Atiku get experience, so that Peter Obi will get chance to win. Blah blah blah. What are you guys talking about? Peter Obi moved to Labour Party just 2 or 3 months before election, and he won the off beavers. Peter Obi don't need Atiku to win. The people that is sharing those kind of line, oh, you need to work with Atiku. Listen, Peter Obi don't need to work with any of them. Nigerians get sense at the moment. Forget. Work with who? Person will not prepare anything. He moved from PDP to Labour Party. He shake all the political satanic elites. All of them were running at a scatter. One person say that he need to work with Atiku for them. Why? Even though Peter Obi want to be the presidential candidate, Atiku need to be the vice. It's still a no. Why? Why does he need Atiku? Why some people is saying Peter Obi not get vote in the north? Who tell you that one? How you tell know that one? Say Peter Obi not get vote for north. Almost all the country, everybody voted for Peter Obi in 2023. Because the change, everybody need genuine change now. So be the Northerner will not vote for Peter Obi. How? Where? Peter Obi go beat all of the rich inside their room. All these rhetoric people, you must work with Atiku. I don't know where they get all these things from. Who be Atiku? Atiku too good. Now he don't contest for 78 times. He never still win. He too good. Who won't even vote for Atiku this time, sir? Even your family members will not vote for him. Abdul Malik, please talk to us, sir.
Good evening once again, Mr. Evans. You see, Peter Obi, even though he contests alone, he will win. Even 10 years coming, only alone, he will win the election. free and fair. But Nigeria is a country that the free and fair election is not working. Just take a 2023 election, which free and fair election is working. Peter Obi will be the president of Nigeria today. But it's not working. Yeah, even though he win now, 2027, if he did not have strong correlation, they will not give him again. They will sideline him. But if he have strong correlation, they will give it to him. That is the reason why they say he should correlate and should be the head, the president, not the vice. Because even though 10 years coming, Peter Obi will win the election free and fair. But Nigeria is a country where law is not working. Even though he win again, they will not give to him because they know you don't have ground. But if he has strong correlation, they will give it to him by force. Thank you very much, Mr. Nigeria Watch.
All right. Thank you very much, Abdul Malik. I appreciate every one of you that came into this panel today. Madam Rita, Mr. Jonathan, Madam Patricia, Prince Collins, Mr. Oduwa, Abdul Malik. God bless you all, my people. I appreciate you all. Those of you that called into the show today, Madam Deborah and our Papa that called in. Thank you very much, my people. Yes, Mr. Innocent also called in. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you all. I want to appreciate those of you that supported the channel today, Jeko Obidient and Madam Suberry. Thank you very much, Madam Suberry. It's good to hear from you. Thank you so much for all that you do. God bless you all. My people, right there on the comment section, I will have something to say, but let me quickly just acknowledge everybody first. Mother of Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always for all that you do. Thanks for being there with us all the time. Thank you, Abo Azi. God bless you. Thanks for your selfless service. I'm very, very grateful. Knowledge 77 is good to hear from you after 78 years. You don't take, not be small. Thank you very much, Debzi. Thank you very much, Love Maduka, Madam Peggy Modi, Madam Stella Masawe, Doyi Desmond. God bless you all, my people. And God will bless you. And my brother, Black Panther. Thank you. Eva Lion, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Wisdom Lucky is right there with us as well. Thank you, my good people. And God bless all of you now. Thank you. I want us to understand this. Me, I'm not a con here, I can't waste my time. Or no, never. If now because of money we need to do this, so I will never choose politics to talk about. In case you don't know, if now because of money we need to do what we are doing today, I will just properly do one because of the money. Politics is the least you can talk about on social media. I'm telling you, do your research. Now, why am I doing what I'm doing? I want Nigeria to change. I want a better Nigeria in my time. And I'm not taking anything as a joke here. For the past couple of years now, Peter Obi, now I see. A lot of people have hated me just because I'm supporting this man. Like, say me care. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care. I choose this man not because I have a personal relationship with him. And I don't need to have a personal relationship with him. Because if you want a better Nigeria, you have to be truthful to yourself. You cannot see A, and I go give you better Nigeria, you they pretend. Like say, you know, they see him, and you are still clamoring, I want a better Nigeria. So more we fold our hands, make the room of fame materialize first. We'll come talk. For now, na room of more you live on. Waiting mainstream article projected. Even though not fake or no fake, but a mainstream article. I projected them. Arise, talk about them. They ask Kenneth Okonkwo today. On Arise, Rufai asked Kenneth Okonkwo the same question. Now say no, Nigeria shall not talk about them. Make I the look now. Make it happen first. Because it isn't a joke. It didn't happen. No, you have to stop it beforehand. That is what the word proactiveness means. That's what it means. When you put pressure on them in advance, it will be difficult for them to take that satanic decision, if there's any. In case you don't know, Atiku is jealous that Peter Obi have the people behind him. Who is behind Atiku? Tell me who is behind Atiku. Who? Even the Tinubu that we are talking about is the president. Who is behind Tinubu? Let's be honest to ourselves. Till today, who is behind Tinubu? Including the satanic ethnic bigots that is this satanically, synthetically saying, I tell you what we want. Now, they are deceiving themselves. Some of them, they don't wear the garment of ego. Shame, not let them come out again, come and say, hey, I be support, I not support again, because they're trying to keep that pace, or rather, the level of their satanic ego. The only person the Nigerians, 90% of Nigerians are pursuing right now Peter Obi now, except otherwise happen in 2027. Because obviously, we should be expecting that a lot of people will come out in this 2027. Have that in mind. A lot of people will come out. I want you to know that. But we are waiting. We will do our own scrutinization to be sure who what to stand by. I beg, I'm not there yet to play. More than you all know. I want Nigeria to be better. I spend most of my time for this country. I'm not there as I talk. Now inside Nigeria, I talk here every day. I've been in Nigeria since August till now. I'm here. So if you are talking about the people that is wishing Nigeria to become a better place, now me, I be number one first. Because I want the country to work. That's why I'm standing behind Peter Obi. By say, I love Peter Obi. I love it. Nobody send you to love anybody. Just stand for what is right. And he's the only person that is right now. Nobody send you to love anybody. When you now reach the time of questioning, then when I call the bring una satanic love in to blindfold the main question that's supposed to be passed. Make I close my eye. Make my principal make mistake. After I don't make the mistake, I'm gonna say, I be to say, Peter Obi don't do this thing. No. Peter Obi is just a human being like you and I. Anybody can face under pressure. Have that in mind. Anybody can make some decisions sometimes, either under duress, under confused pressure or whatever. Later on, your decision will be regrettable. You don't know. You don't know. You when they listen to me, so you never make some decision. Later, in 1 minute after you made the decision, you already regretting. Oh my God. No. When I make this decision, oh my God. I wish I can revise the time. It never happened to you before. Oh, now okay, Peter Obi is a perfect human being. Abi, they tell you like that, saying a perfect human being. Even he said, don't tell you, say he's not a perfect person. No, you say not perfect. He's 100% perfect. He cannot make that kind of mistake. Not talk. Now, so they'll take decision, they'll take them for your head. Then you will know the difference between I will be there and I shall be there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Now, now we run. Now we end the show. Good night, my people, and bye for now.
day in motion, moving to our various stations. As we day in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, every walk gets paid. Every walk gets paid. We're gonna go to work. Every walk gets paid. We're gonna go to work. I make a day fear my God. We're gonna go to work. I make a day fear my Maker. We're gonna go to work. Come on, song. Organize. My God, I make a fear my Maker.